You are now tuned into Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.
Does it mean to be yellow belly? How many times are you gonna tell me?
All right. Mic check. Happy Tuesday. May God grant me the strength to talk shit like Boo say. May all of our podcast topics be coochie. That's so juicy. Never drive but stay in line like loose leaf. My name is Khary for anyone asking who's he. I know a lot and I be dressing blue cheese. Usually cooling out like a cool breeze. But tonight we moving to our own rhythm like the blue seas. Episode 107 with Tati and Bees. Who you tipping? Don't be tripping when you call and speak. What's your thoughts on Yeezy finally dropping beats? Was it something dope or was it something weak? We gon' talk about it, so hit them phone lines. 813-555-3339. We gon' talk about it, so hit them phone lines. 813-559-3339. I got the phone lines open this evening. Yo, what's up to all my house guests in the chat this evening? I hope y'all are doing good. Hope your week has been great. So far, I hope your weekend was dope as hell. I'm being joined this evening by my co-host Bees, Buddha and the beautiful Tati. How are y'all doing?
Hey.
How y'all feeling this week?
How's everybody?
I'm feeling good. I hope y'all feeling good.
I'm good.
Good.
Full.
Full. Had a good dinner, huh?
I'm full as hell.
Okay.
Tasty dinner. Hey yo, house guests, people watching, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you can be notified when we go live. Oh man, look at that rhyme. Oh man. So how's everybody's week been so far? How's your weekend been and shit like that? Anything fun over the weekend?
I did a wedding this weekend, bartender wise.
Okay, how'd that go? Went pretty good. You got paid well for it.
Yeah,
that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's what's up, man. Let me give me 1 second. Try and do a better job at keeping time with things and shit like that. I went back to my old school ways of doing things. Instead of using just straight up digital shit, I told my daughter to go to the store today and get me some index cards so I could start writing shit down like I used to. You know, I kind of feel like it. I had a little more control when I had the index cards. So I'm going back to that now. You know, even though only I look at it and shit like that. My weekend was cool, relaxing and things like that. You know, no complaints. We did get a new drop from Kanye over the weekend. You know, did either of y'all get a chance to actually listen to this album that Kanye dropped, the Donda album that we've been waiting for so long?
Nah, not really, not me.
You didn't get a chance to listen to it, Bees?
Nah.
How about you, Tati? How much of it did you listen to?
I listened to 3-4 songs.
And then you was like, fuck this?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling those few songs that I heard, so I didn't really care to listen to the rest of the album. Ain't that crazy?
No, that's not crazy. I kind of had the same feeling with it, you know. It didn't move me with this album like he moved me with albums in the past and shit like that, you know. And I think one of the reasons for me is because sonically it sounds like his last couple of albums, you know. It sounds like he kind of fell into his rhythm of making music and he kind of stuck to it. So like it kind of sounds like the past 2-3 albums to me, sonic wise, the music and things like that.
There's a few songs on the album that sound like each other. I can't remember the exact names, but there was 2 or 3 of them that sound exactly alike. And then honestly, they didn't make me feel any type of way. Like it didn't make me like nod my head, make me want to remember the lyrics, none of that. So I wasn't really interested.
Feel like this album may have lacked originality somewhat?
I think it had it. I think it had original content, but I think it lacked originality from Kanye in regards to like the production on the album. I think he kind of just is recycling sounds that he's used the past couple albums. And I say this because I've heard Kanye since he came out, and like his first 5-6 albums all sounded very different sonically. You know what I mean? Like the music was totally different. No album sounded like the previous. Where this one is kind of sounding like the previous to me.
I'm
like
not
an
sure.
Outkast album. Like no Outkast album sounds the same.
Right. That's how Kanye was beginning, but the last few albums are falling into that pattern, and it's long as fuck. 27 songs. One song not.
Oh yeah,
available.
I wasn't going for that.
You know, that's something that I always been trying to figure out, right?
What's that?
It's like when you have a deal, right? You only get paid for 10 tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you only get paid for 10 tracks. Why do dudes put out so many tracks on an album? Like you're hurting yourself. Like I understand sometimes it's
they're
like
not really hurting themselves. And I can give you an example of why they're putting out so much music, so many songs on the album is because of streaming. They might have signed a deal that says, hey, not everybody signed the same deal either. I'm not sure what just happened here. Let me update this. Not everybody signs the same deal, but
I know I was frozen, huh?
but different artists
jump.
sign different deals. So some artists might have a deal where they supposed to only put out 10 songs, or that's what their contract says. They have to put out a minimum of 10 songs. It's not necessarily they have to put out only 10 songs. It's a minimum of 10 songs, so they can put out what they want. But in the streaming era, the way these streaming services pay for for an album listen, you have to get so many plays, and they kind of calculate it off of if everybody listens to this album, it's going to be this amount of plays. But now if the album would have been 12 songs or 14 songs, but now it's 27, 28 songs, when somebody listens to the album, if 1,000 people listen to the album once, now it's going to be like 2,000 plays for that album.
Got you.
Because the album, it goes off the number of tracks, so looking at the statistics and shit like that, it'll look like 2 albums in my opinion. That's what I think.
I feel like 28 songs is a little
That's too many fucking songs, yo. It's not even a double album. Like that's one album. Like a double album, okay.
Honestly, when I say I heard maybe the first 4 to 5 songs, maybe I didn't care to hear the rest of the album. So and then I think maybe I went back and listened to a few other songs, maybe 1 or 2. Wasn't feeling those either. So just thinking about that, it's like, you think I'm about to listen to another 12 to 15 songs after that? No, that's way too many. I'm a person, I like to play albums. Like when people drop albums, certain people, I like to listen to them from start to finish. This ain't one of those albums.
Right.
Too many artists. There's not a lot of artists that make a start to finish album, especially not in this era. Even in our era, it wasn't too many artists that truly made a start to finish album. There's only select start to finish albums, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, in our era, the start to finish album didn't, in my opinion, didn't really exist until Illmatic.
You think so?
Yeah, there was, and what I say about that is, Illmatic is what made people start trying to make start to finish albums. Prior to that, it was, here goes 5 songs, here goes a single, and here goes some other tracks.
I tend to differ, brother. I gotta say, because Heavy D and the Boys, their first album was a start to finish album. That whole album, yo.
Not in my opinion.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, not in your opinion, but I'm talking as for radio play and all that. That album, that whole album got radio play, bro. It's not like it was like one or two songs. The whole album.
Now, we might have different definitions of start to finish. When I say start to finish, it's not what gets played on the radio. It's whether if a person's playing the album from start to finish and not skipping over no tracks.
You know what?
You know?
There you go. And then
Taylor
somebody
like
put in the chat, Slick Rick. So you're going to say Slick Rick's album wasn't start to finish?
No.
The Great Adventures of Slick Rick?
No. That's one of my favorite albums, and there's about 4 songs I skip whenever it comes on.
Okay.
You know? And that's what I mean about a start to finish. Like Illmatic, I don't skip no songs.
All right.
You know? That's what I mean about start to finish. And prior to that, people might have tried, but it was rarely accomplished. As much as I like Gangstar, Moment of Truth is like the only Gangstar album that, to me, was a start to finish album.
That's with G Dep and all that on there, right?
No, Moment of Truth is with Mass Appeal, Cold to the Streets, Mostly the Voice. You know? I mean, actually, no, that was Hard to Earn, actually.
That's Hard to Earn, okay.
Yeah, Hard to Earn, that album. That's like...
Okay, Hard to Earn was what you call it.
That's like their only start to finish album. Wu-Tang had a start to finish album. Reasonable Doubt was a start to finish album. You know?
Okay.
I think there's actually more start to finish albums in this era than there was in the prior eras. In my opinion.
You know what?
Criminal Minded.
What's that?
Have y'all listened to Bryson Tiller?
Wait.
Yeah,
somebody said no, I'm sorry.
I think it was his first joint, Bryson Tiller's first joint.
His first album?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was a start to finish.
Start to finish. No, hands down, every time. I still listen to it, start to finish.
I think that was
skipping songs on that.
You skipping songs on that one?
Tiller?
Yeah.
Really?
Whoa.
See, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, we have different ears when it comes to certain things. That's why, for me, the Heavy D album was a start to finish album. 400 Degrees, I'll go with that. Juvenile, that was a start to finish album for me. Eazy-E's first album was a start to finish album for me.
Not me.
You know what I mean? But it's
So you don't have anybody new generation that you'll listen to start to finish? Oh, and the album we were talking about was Trap Soul.
Yes, Trap Soul.
Tiller.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
That thing hit.
That's a classic. And I think the majority of people might say that's a classic, Bees.
Listen.
See, I got a different ear for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, because for me, Joel Ortiz, Free Agent, is a start to finish album. Ryan, The Book of Ryan was a start to finish album for me.
Yes, I think that was a start to finish album. Book of Ryan. You know? I can't speak for too many of Royce's other albums, you know, even though his joints were prime with DJ Premier, you know.
Slaughterhouse, the what is it? The first album that was start to finish for me.
And maybe I hold start to finish in 2 categories. One is when I first hear it, and 2 is when I hear it 5-6 years later, if it's still start to finish. You know?
Like for me, Jeezy, first 2 albums.
Yeah.
Start to finish for me.
LL only had 1 start to finish album for me personally.
Which one would you say that, Mr. Smith?
Nah, Mama Said Knock You Out.
See, for me, it would be Mr. Smith and Mama Said Knock You Out.
You know, Mama Said Knock You Out. You know, but this is totally other conversation and shit like this start to finish album. But I didn't feel like this Kanye album was a start to finish. I felt like all of his albums up to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, including My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, was pretty much start to finish albums.
Who we talking about again?
Kanye.
Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye.
I'll definitely say the first three for me with Kanye. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe this album was overhyped.
I think definitely so. I think, and he contributed to the overhypeness of it.
Yeah, and I mean, he says that the label put it out when he didn't know, but honestly, if these were the songs that he was doing during these little tours, you know, I mean, I don't know what to say. I was not impressed at all. Like, not even the slightest bit impressed. Not even a little bit.
Neither was I.
The label, I feel that the label was tired of not getting none of that bread. They seen him out there getting bread for an album that was not
you think so?
You got a point, B.
I wouldn't be. Look, I don't doubt it because he made hella money. But so they probably that's probably exactly.
But I tell you what, for the label to put it out with him without him knowing, how did they get the music? He would have had to give him the music.
I mean, he wasn't. If you saw that he was at the tours, the shows, whatever you want to call it, he already had most of those songs done. Mm-hmm. He was going back and adding more people to like the one he had the baby on. There was a 1 and a 2. One had Jay-Z on it and 2 had the baby on it. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's almost like he was making like different versions of the songs, I want to say, or just having so many, which is probably why he has so many fucking songs on there. He probably had a rough draft. I don't even know, honestly. I have no idea.
He went in the studio and did a One Blood remix.
Say what?
He went in the studio and did a One Blood remix. That's how I feel. Yo, that song is like 20 minutes long, yo. The One Blood remix.
Yeah, it is. He had a lot of features on this album too.
Hella features. Like, what is that?
In my opinion, too many. He's been getting a little too feature happy for me.
You see Soulja Boy mad.
Yeah.
Is he still fucking with Consequence?
That I'm not sure of. But Soulja Boy and Chris Brown actually were in their feelings a little bit over this whole album, you know, because when the album got released, they didn't hear their verses on there, and they were a little upset. Soulja Boy actually posted conversations between him and Yeezy, where Kanye asked him, "Hey, what you doing? Can you come to LA, record some music, or come to wherever he was at?" But Soulja Boy was like, "Yo, it's my birthday. I'll come through afterwards." It was like, cool. They came through, blah blah blah, and Kanye cut his verse from the album. You know, Chris Brown also tweeted and posted that Kanye was weird. What did Chris Brown say about Kanye?
He said he a ho.
He said he called him a ho.
And then Kanye come out saying he didn't even know the album was dropped. You know what? I believe, and Soulja Boy has been on a rant for like days now. Days. I'm not surprised by Soulja Boy. Like, you know, I'm not even sure if his verse was hard enough to even make the album.
His verse was not hard.
That shit was probably trash.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if his verse was hard enough to make the album. But Chris Brown.
You talk about the same dude that said, "Yo, they came up on me, yo, I was ducking." I was like, back up.
Yeah, I'm talking about that dude.
Look, we talking about Big dude. Draco that said, "You doo-doo head dummy."
Oh man.
No, I don't blame the whole Soulja Boy thing, but I don't know what happened with Chris Brown. Maybe that was I didn't know the album dropped. But Soulja Boy, I don't know about him. I don't know.
Now he dropped this album dropped on a Sunday, right? This is supposed to be a gospel album. Is it a
Boy, it's supposed to be a gospel album.
You said it was supposed to be a gospel album?
Kanye says he's a gospel rapper now. He doesn't just say he's a rapper. He's
Did
a gospel.
he say this was a gospel album?
He says he's only putting out gospel music now. His last album was gospel. His last album was a gospel album.
Did he say that Donda was a gospel album, or are you going based off of something he said months ago?
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's that Gemini bullshit right there.
Yeah, I don't think Donda was a gospel
He's
album
a gospel
at all.
rapper.
Just because he said he called himself a gospel rapper months ago, don't mean that Donda is a gospel album.
Donda is a cross between pop and gospel.
I'm telling you, he said thinking about Jesus walks.
Yeah.
Say what, Bees?
Donda is a cross between pop and gospel, says one review out here.
What review? I want to hear from Kanye. Fuck these reviews.
It's a gospel album.
Jesus walks with me.
I don't know, man.
That's what that sounds like. He thinks everything is that.
Jesus Walk was a good song, god damn it.
It was.
It was.
You know?
No, but this is when he was making music. You wanna know what else it is? I need a broke Kanye. I need a broke Kanye album. I don't need this billionaire shit. I need a broke Kanye album, yo. I like artists better when they broke.
Did y'all see that clip I sent y'all of Kanye? Where he was doing like I believe it was when Katrina hit, and he was doing like a.
Oh yeah. When he told the white people that George Bush don't care about black people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need that Kanye back. Everybody was looking shocked.
That's why people were surprised. That's why people were surprised when he was fucking with Donald Trump, because they remember that Kanye.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, this is a gospel album. Because of his 2019 Jesus is King, his work with Sunday Service, Donda keeps the focus on the rapper's revitalized faith.
This is a review.
No, this is somebody with multiple tracks invoking God and opening gospel track, but also includes some stuff that's not safe for church.
Where are you getting this from?
Vulture.
What is Vulture?
It's a very popular magazine and music blog.
I want to hear from Kanye. Did Kanye say this is a gospel album? Or is this what the reviewers are saying?
Kanye never said, hey, I'm no longer a gospel rapper. I'm just a rapper again. Kanye said, yo, I'm a gospel rapper now.
Well, who the fuck needs to announce that they're just a regular rapper now?
If you say you're a gospel rapper, but now you're saying you want to hear from Kanye, he already said he's a gospel rapper. What else do you need to hear? Just because he's a new album, you think he's no longer a gospel rapper?
That's not what I'm saying. But if someone calls themselves a gospel rapper, that don't mean everything that they produce after that is the gospel album or is gospel music.
That's what they consider it.
No, I would think, especially somebody like Kanye do shit spur of the moment. I would think that the last shit that he put out, yes, was a gospel album. He had a whole choir and shit behind him walking on water. This shit is not a fucking gospel album.
And everything leading up to this was Kanye with the whole faith, his Sunday service and everything.
Album,
why wouldn't it be?
Just because you're assuming his last shit was gospel?
Was a gospel album.
Right.
This is not a gospel album.
This is not a gospel album.
There
was no gospel in
album
this.
Was more
you
gospel.
Didn't really listen.
I didn't even hear the album. The Snoop's album was more gospel.
Bees didn't listen to it. You didn't hear the whole thing. I've listened to not the whole thing. I listened to a lot of it, but he's been speaking a lot of God on this album.
He's speaking God, referring to him damn self. That don't mean that this is a gospel album.
No, he's talking about his faith and things on the album.
I don't think this is a gospel album.
I believe it is. I have no reason not to.
Well, we're entitled to our opinions.
All right, but I think it's a gospel album because he's now a gospel rapper.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move it on though. What we got next on here? Let's see. Continuing with gospel.
In the choir.
Continuing with gospel.
Coming down, Kanye's gospel album.
Let me get my tambourine.
So, keeping with the Christianity, Jim Jones is starring in a Christmas movie with Nick Cannon.
Oh my goodness! Listen.
He say, "Oh my goodness."
yo, listen. Drumline.
What?
Nick Cannon.
I thought Drumline was a pretty good movie.
Drumline, Nick Cannon. Right?
I thought that was a pretty good movie.
That's the best that you're gonna get out of Nick. It's not no more. There's nothing else. There's nothing else.
No, I thought he played in quite a few good movies.
You don't think you can get
Underclassmen
nothing
was
better
good?
out of Nick Cannon?
You didn't say Underclassmen was good?
Love Don't Cost a Thing was pretty entertaining. He was
okay. Wait. Christina Milian. All right. That was decent.
He's been in some dramas, you know, some like real more serious roles, which I thought was pretty good, you know. What else is that? Was he in that movie Chirac?
Yes, he was.
Which that wasn't a bad movie.
I didn't see that movie.
You know, he played a pretty good role in there. I think he's a pretty decent actor. I think he's a better actor
Jacob
than
Lattimore. Jacob Lattimore that plays in The Shy.
No. This was I think this was a Spike Lee joint.
Spike Lee joint.
Yeah, this was the Spike Lee joint, I believe.
I mean, I'm saying Jacob Lattimore was an actor.
The women had their pussy on strike to keep the niggas from killing niggas in the street.
Bro. That was one of the plots of the movie.
Yeah.
Nah, but
Spike, yeah.
But what kind of movie do you think this might be? I didn't hear anything about what the plot of this movie was.
I don't know.
Jim Jones and Nick Cannon in the Christmas movie. But I will say this. One of my favorite Christmas albums is a Jim Jones album. A Dipset Christmas. Fa la 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 la, it's a Dipset Christmas. You never heard that album?
Never.
Ballin' on Christmas time? What?
Nah.
Sure.
How many songs? They got a whole album?
So
it's a whole album.
Wayne said Nick Cannon was in Roll Bounce. Roll Bounce was a good movie too.
Yeah.
But Bow Wow was the star. It's a little different. That's true.
That's true. He played a good.
Wait
a minute.
Told him that his name was B-Nard.
Wait a minute. Nick Cannon was not in Roll Bounce.
Let's see.
Huh?
You talk about Sweetness? That was not Nick Cannon. That was his twin.
Nick Cannon was Bernard. He was the skate dude at the what-you-call-it. He was like, yo, let me get some 13s.
That was Sweetness. That was not Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon was the dude that was giving out the skates. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Nick Cannon was actually the guy. Yeah, Nick Cannon was the guy giving out the skates.
Okay, wait a minute. So who is? You know, Nick Cannon got a twin.
No, you're thinking of Wesley Jonathan.
That's
Sweetness was Wesley Jonathan.
That's Nick Cannon's twin to me. Sometimes in
my
like head,
they go skating like that.
Like sometimes in my head, they be like, "This Sweetness."
Yo, listen. Let me tell you something. That's in that's my movie right there, yo. Like that's my movie.
You're right.
I could watch that over. You know what's so crazy? Bow Wow got two movies that I could watch over and over again.
Which one?
Which ones?
Lottery Ticket.
Oh yeah, that's funny as shit.
and Roll Bounce.
Yeah. Mike used to be my favorite movie back in the day.
Okay, so for some reason, whenever I think of Roll Bounce and movies like that, for some reason I also think of ATL. You know,
they do ATL
they both
too.
Were skating.
I know, and now they're talking about ATL too. There was like a fake trailer where you just saw them walking down the street, like, "Hey, we got the crew back together and make another movie, but we haven't really made it yet." What do y'all think? Are y'all looking forward to this or nah?
I would like.
It's got to have a message. It's got to be as impactful as the first one.
Yeah.
And sometimes, that's the hard part about a sequel. Like, to bring that same impact that the first movie had and then go beyond that, because that's what you're supposed to do when you make a sequel. Like, that's what I feel about Bad Boys. Like, but then the third one was kind of weak because they waited too long.
Which one?
Bad Boys.
Oh yeah.
Bad Boys Forever or whatever.
I'm not even gonna cap. I didn't even watch that one.
It was
the first one. The first one was like, yeah, and then the second one was like, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then the third one was like, come on.
Yeah, it was kind of like lackluster. They tried to put too much into it, I think.
Yeah,
Yo, Wayne Mills is a music head, yo.
With
Yeah, he said he got the
ATL, I
Dipset
hope
Christmas.
it's a good one.
He got the Dipset Christmas album. Right kid.
Yeah, I think the story needs to be good. And Tati, I think you were saying you was hoping it's a good movie.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I saw they did that trailer like about 10 years ago, because everybody wasn't even in that trailer. There was a few actors that posted like, yeah, I went in the trailer. It was one of the twins.
Jason Weaver. I ain't see Jason Weaver in that.
The twins that was getting out the trunk.
Oh, what you call is, yo,
Malika
want to
or
know
so-
something? And I have to retract my list the other day because
Lord, here you go.
my number one is the twins' mother. ATL. I love her.
You talking
I
about
love her.
shit?
I
What is
love
her
her.
real name?
Oh man, I can't even.
She
think
played
of it.
Tasha. She played Tasha on everything. Her name always Tasha.
Yo, but why did I get married?
Yeah,
Let me see. What's her name? Let me look at that.
I can't remember her name. She has a twin. Her twin acts too. Can you tell them apart?
No, her twin is not as sexy, so I think it's because she got the bull head.
Sometimes you can't tell them apart because they've acted both. They both acted before, and you wouldn't even know that it wasn't even her.
Her name is
That's
Tasha.
like Forrest Whitaker and his brother.
Her name is Tasha Smith. Her name is Tasha Smith.
Tasha Smith, yeah.
Yeah,
In the movie, or that's her real name?
that's her real name.
That's her real name.
Tasha Smith.
Oh,
Yeah,
her name always Tasha.
yeah. That's like Tommy's name was always Tommy. You know,
His real name was Tommy Ford.
Yeah, Tommy from Martin. His real name was Tommy, but like all his roles, his name was Tommy.
Yeah,
You know, yeah.
I hope
Except for
ATL 2
Class
is
Act,
good.
He was me.
I hope ATL 2 is good.
I hope so.
I
hope it's
think
interesting.
the first movie was fire. Like, if they can top that, that's gonna be lit.
See, I'm not sure they'll be able to top one specific scene.
They'll need to be able to make this movie quotable again. Like,
You know, I'm
you
not
ain't
sure.
getting no Cuddy last night.
What
Exactly,
scene is
and
that?
that's the scene right there.
You ain't getting no
I
Cuddy
got some
last
cutting
night.
last night. I got some cutting last night.
Yeah.
Ain't no cutting last night. I got some. Ain't so nobody should be getting no cutting in here except for me. He the only one that wasn't getting no cutting.
Man, listen,
He was the one
a good
paying all the
movie.
bills.
That was a good movie.
You know, and they can't I don't think they can recreate that scene in a creative way.
I don't think they really need to recreate that.
I'm saying, but
scene,
that's a classic scene. That's a classic scene.
Yeah, I don't think they need to recreate it. I just think that the movie needs to be, the second one
They-
needs to be, as good as the first one. And honestly, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the first one before I watch the second one because it's been so damn long. It's been so long. Like, now I gotta remember how the ending went.
Give me that chain back.
Yeah, like what can they possibly put after this?
I always found that shit funny, yo, because he yanked that little ass chain like it was hard to pop.
You know what's so crazy? That's like trying to make Baby Boy 2.
Oh no, we don't need a Baby Boy 2.
It's certain.
I think a Baby Boy 2 would actually be easier to make than an ATL 2.
Nah, we don't need that.
I think there's a scene that you can't recreate. Them little niggas jumping Tyrese. What happened to little niggas jumping, man?
Look, that's like making a Players Club 2. We don't need a Players Club 2.
Well, didn't the Players Club burn down in that one?
It don't matter if it burned down. Like, they could still make another storyline, but we don't need another Players Club 2. We don't need that.
Well,
What we need that
Yeah, we
for?
should do a one day
I
about
think that would be a lot harder.
Why
I
you shouldn't
think-
make certain movies? You shouldn't make a part 2 too.
Yeah, I feel like if there's movies
It's
where
that
they
topic one day.
ended in a way where we were curious, like, damn, you know what happens next, then maybe we need a 2. But if it's a movie where like we ain't worried about, you know, none of that shit, we don't really need a 2.
Yeah,
Or 3.
I agree, but I think it would be, the reason why I say I think it would be a lot easier for certain movies. Like the Players Club would be very difficult because there was like, so other than Diamond, there was still so many other different central characters. Whereas Baby Boy, it was just like Tyrese was the central character. Him and his girl were the central characters. His little family, you know. Outside of that, there wasn't like Players Club. There was like so many different central characters to the story that didn't really relate to nobody. So it would be kind of weird to try to bring those people back or something like that back together. That would be a lot harder. You know what I'm saying? Though we don't need either one of them. I'm just saying.
Now I get it though, because you had Dollar Bill,
Mm-hmm.
you had Ice Cube and Homeboy, the little comedian dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you had Roxy and Trick with their own shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just how everybody's story just tied into one another. Then you had Jamie Foxx with his own little shit going on, and it's I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is gonna be curious to see the story for ATL 2, where how are they gonna bring all of these characters back together? You know what I'm saying? Because other than nobody ever moved away, you know, how are they gonna bring all these characters back together? And I'm just saying that because just life over time. Small crews like that in high school don't stay small crews like that forever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm curious how that's gonna be.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Sean says, I tell you one thing, I got the hookup too was complete horse shit.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
That's another one we didn't need a number 2. We didn't need that.
Yo, that's like Belly 2. We didn't need that.
Yeah. See,
we didn't need that.
That's the one thing. That's the type of sequel I hate. You know, I hate the sequels that don't have anybody from the first one really in it. You know,
we didn't need a How motherfucking High 2. I tell you that fucking much. Lil Yachty and DC Young.
Say it again, Bees, because we ain't need that
we
shit.
did not need no motherfucking How
This
High.
stupid ass Netflix series they done put on here. The fuck was that? You know what? We didn't need all 5 of the step ups either. God damn it.
This the bugged out shit. This the bugged out shit. One nigga that did the movie don't even smoke motherfucking weed.
Oh shit.
We don't need no step up 5s. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We don't need all that. Fast and Furious 9 and 10, 12.
Oh, they're getting out of hand with that shit.
These motherfuckers in space now.
Look, Big Mama's House 3, Toy Story 3. We ain't need all this. God damn it, leave it.
Now, I could have done Toy Story 3.
No.
The Toy Story 3 wasn't bad.
We ain't need that. I ain't even watch it. That's how much I ain't care about it.
It wasn't bad. It was still a good story.
Yo, I'm sorry. Toy Story 3 was a great fucking movie.
No, I didn't watch it because I didn't feel like it was needed.
Pixar, other than Cars 2, Pixar knows how to make some sequels.
I don't know. I don't feel like it was needed.
Yo, listen. When my kids were small, like Rio and Rio 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like Rio. That's my movie.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Man,
I didn't see the part 2. There was a part 2.
Part 2
listen,
awesome.
I heard. Fuck, who was it? What movie did y'all just name just now?
Rio.
No. Before that.
Toy Story.
Toy Story 3.
Fuck.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Cars.
No, somebody just said they were gonna do us. Fuck, I can't remember who it was now. Y'all said the movie and I remembered and then I forgot. My bad. I just read it like this week. They were saying they were gonna do another movie. I can't even remember what it was.
How High?
No.
Because they are doing How High 3, but that's Method Red.
I think
that's Method Red.
Tools I wasn't really feeling. I wasn't really feeling the Incredible 2.
I don't remember.
The Incredibles?
I wasn't feeling part 2.
It was decent. It wasn't as great as the first one.
Right.
How high is the one? The 2 was the one where they made the weed wings, wasn't it?
I think so.
I
Yeah.
didn't even see it. Tell you the
shit.
truth, I was like, this
Like,
wasn't needed.
you can't do a half baked too.
Yeah.
Yeah, only if you have Dave Chappelle in it.
But I think Dave Chappelle wouldn't even do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly, he wouldn't.
I forget, y'all. I can't remember now.
All right, well, let's move on. Last week I mentioned playing fantasy football. I'm thinking about starting a Khary's Crib fantasy football league. What y'all think? What y'all think? My house gets in the chat. House guests, what y'all think? Anybody want to play some fantasy football? I think I might start a fantasy football league where everybody could we could have a draft and all that shit. Pick some players and go through a season and shit. You know what I mean? Might be fun. Might be interesting. What y'all think? You ever play fantasy football, Bees?
Nah, not really.
How about you, Tati?
Nope.
Y'all watch football?
Sometimes.
Yeah. This is gonna be my first year watching football since the whole Kaepernick shit started some years ago. So it's been like 5 years now since I've watched football, really.
Yeah, football's got to get back to football too. It's a little slow since everything, with all this going on.
Got you. So yeah, I'm gonna start a fantasy football league. I'm gonna put the link in the description after we're done with the show and shit like that, and see if we can get some fantasy football going on and shit like that. It's pretty fun. It gets interesting, makes you want to watch football a little more. Makes you pay attention a little more. I'm probably gonna reorder NFL Red Zone. No ad. You know what I'm saying? If I decide to actually do the fantasy football shit. That Red Zone is kind of fun to watch when you're watching football with the NFL Red Zone shit, because it just jumps from game to game when somebody's within the 20-yard line and about to score. So now you just watch a football all day, but all you seeing is motherfuckers trying to get into the red zone. Shit jumps from the game. This shit is fun. Especially when my team actually isn't playing and shit like that. It's fun to watch. Cause I don't really care about all the other games. I'm just watching other shit. Wayne said, yo, what is the rules of this fantasy football? I actually used the Yahoo fantasy football, and I have the default rules set up and shit like that. Where it's like player versus player points and shit like that for the league and shit. I think you got the option of the I forget. I haven't played fantasy football in a while, but I'll post though. I'll post a link to it. I'll post a link to it in the description and shit like that. And I'll also post a link in the description on Friday as well. All right. But yeah, that would be something fun that I haven't done in a while, and get some of y'all to join in with me. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what, I'll whoop y'all ass in.
What's that?
2K.
2K?
What?
What?
I will spank some ass in 2K.
All right, I'm gonna have to tell my son.
I love saying it in front of men too, cause they be like, "Shut up," and then guess what? Hop your ass on this game, so I can spank that ass.
Let me explain something to you.
We ain't gotta talk about nothing.
I would talk shit, but I haven't played 2K in man.
I had every one since 2K. So to 2K to 2K21, I've had every one. Tati, listen. Don't come with that shit, man.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. We used to have
You got an Xbox, man? You got an Xbox?
Oh, you whack. I don't play Xbox. What the fuck? I like PlayStation. But we used to have one at work, and I would on our lunch break, I'd be like, guess what? I bet I could whoop your ass in 2K. And then they'd be like, no, you can't. No, you can't. Guess what? Tap that ass on lunch, and now everybody owe me $80. Get the fuck out of here. Stop playing with me.
You said everybody owe you $80?
What? I had 4 people pay me $80 just because they thought I couldn't win. And I spanked that nigga's ass. I love when y'all underestimate me because... Oh,
I don't play PlayStation.
I can't hear me no more. But I love when y'all underestimate me because I'm a woman. I love it.
See, I don't underestimate women.
I love it. I'm taking all the lunch money. Taking your rent money, goddamn.
They're taking rent money from motherfuckers into 2K. Okay. Okay.
Find a way to pay this lady online.
Let's go.
I think I actually got it on my computer over here and shit too.
Listen, I need the little mic, like the kids be doing, so I can talk shit.
Listen. You don't want to step in that realm.
Let's go. Make some kids cry.
Oh shit. Alright, let's jump back into it. I don't know how we got there, but we got there. I saw a post where somebody was talking about the Roots versus the Fugees. You know, do y'all think that would be an actual good battle, or do you think? When you say the Fugees, are we even throwing the Fugees solo projects in there? That's what I was gonna ask. You know, I was gonna ask if we are talking that, are we gonna throw in solo projects? That's gonna be
because Lauryn Hill's whole album, like that's a start to finish.
Yeah, that is a start to finish.
That
Damn.
Do you play any of the other Fugees music? Like you know what I'm saying?
You know what? I would just be there for the show. I don't even want to pick a side.
Nah, but on some real shit, I really think the Roots would take that, yo.
You think so?
So.
I was gonna ask, do we think? I was gonna say the Roots might expose some of the weakness of the Fugees, but then I said, but if we throw in solo albums as well, that's gonna be some shit because Wyclef got some shit on his solo albums as well.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
He doesn't have. I wouldn't say every solo album was a start to finish, but he has some joints. You know what I'm saying? Where you can take a lot of joints off of his albums and make that like a start to finish mixtape. You know what I mean? Of just Wyclef shit.
Oh no.
Now whatever album it is that had Going Till November. That album right there, start to finish, like that might be the first Carnival.
Yeah, that was the Carnival.
Yeah, that album is start to finish. Like that album is actually immaculate. Like,
yeah,
it's a good fucking album.
I don't know. And I would just be there for the show.
Pras is the weakest one, solo wise though.
Yeah, Pras.
Because all he had was Ghetto Superstar, really.
Ghetto Superstar, and that's a hard joint to just pull up out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
But then if I was Black Thought, I'd be like, but this nigga said a battle ain't a battle, and a battle is a battle if the snake doesn't rattle. He's null and void. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think somebody could just come out with that, and like you just gotta like disqualify Pras from even being there. I'm mad I remember that line, you know. I actually rewinded it like, yo, did this nigga really just say that? You know, I was like, yeah, he did. And in the video, I think he popped out the back of a 300Z, like he was laying in the trunk and they popped the back up and he was like, if a snake doesn't rattle. You know, that nigga spun in a circle.
And that makes me think of somebody on our block that used to pop out the back of a 300Z.
Yeah. The first time I seen that shit, I was cracking up. You know, some older niggas from our hood used to hang out. One nigga had a 300Z, right? Niggas used to like go hang out downtown and shit. It was like a 3-man crew, but it was only like a 2-seater car. You know, but you know, niggas is good. Niggas is going nigga and make shit work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I remember one day I'm chilling and shit. Niggas pull up. Right, niggas pull up, boom, like this shit, you know what I'm saying? Music playing and shit. All of a sudden, you just see the 2 doors pop open on the side, boom, niggas get out. You know, the niggas walk to the back of the car and shit. Walk to the back of the car and pop the trunk, right? And I'm like, oh, damn, niggas popping the trunk. They about to blast the music. I'm like, all right. And all of a sudden, motherfucking
dude hop out like the twins from ATO.
Yo, dude hopped out the back of the motherfucking 300Z.
Like the twins from
the
station wagon on ATO.
I was like, oh,
listen. Mind you, dude in the back hopping out was like 6'2". I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The only person shorter than 6'2" in that car was the driver.
That's terrible.
And it was his car.
Look,
I
I
actually
could have just walked for all this shit. Goddamn.
I actually wondered to myself if they like alternated, like if one was in the back driving there, the other was in the back coming back. I was wondering.
They
You know the guy that was in the back
for
was
a
always
damn
in the
car
back.
ride.
You know that, right?
What's that?
The guy that was in the back was always in the back. Yeah.
Okay.
They folded themselves up for a car ride.
Yeah.
I think the fuck not.
But they was driving around doing whatever they was doing, going to clubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Remember niggas was fresh going to Bentleys. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna come out dusty? You ain't gonna come out dusty, nigga? I don't know. I'm just saying. All right. So if this battle did happen, who would you have, Beast? You said the Roots. Tati, who you say?
I ain't even picking a winner.
You ain't picking a winner.
I'm
gonna
to
say
enjoy the show.
I'm gonna say the Roots might take it, and when it comes to the show, it's gonna be interesting. But I think the Roots might inch it, only because they're on the Tonight Show now. They're the Tonight Show band. You know. So they just
Listen, I'm just here for the show. I hope they both win.
Some people are asking, is Lauren gonna be there? We don't know. Lauren don't even know if she gonna be there. You know?
The Roots got joints, yo. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they
really
do. They do. You know? I find that one meme funny though. You going to the Lauryn Hill show? They talking to Lauryn Hill, and she says, "I don't know. How about you?" All right, let's jump into a topic real quick.
Oh, we got the hot music. The hot. Roots got some joints, yo.
Let's see. All right, we're gonna jump into this topic. Tipping. Who do you tip and why? You know, there's been a big perception in the world where black people don't tip, you know, and people seem to be running with that theory of black people don't tip. Me personally, I tip, you know.
Black people don't tip.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, a lot of servers will say black people don't tip, and that goes for both white and black servers, not just white servers. You know, even black people will be like, yo, black people don't tip. You know, I tip.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I was actually having this conversation the other day too.
What's that?
It depends on the event. Like as being like a bartender, but as being in the business that I'm in, sometimes it depends on the event, bro. Like some people you got it's tight. Like you could tell normally how tipping goes when like you do events and venues and whatnot. If people always complaining about what they had to do to get there and stuff like that, you already know this is not a good tipping crowd. You know what I'm saying? It'd be shit like that. If they like, what's the signs? Like, okay, like when I worked in the catering hall, right? Italians, I'd be like, oh shit, we're gonna have a good night. Irish, be like, yeah, we're gonna have a decent night. Filipinos, like, oh, we have a good night. Us, it all depends. It all depends on that what you call it. Like, if they're older and they're classy, they actually tip. They're not crazy with it, but they tip.
Okay.
Let me say this. I was having this conversation with a bartender.
Then you got what you call it. Then you got like the younger. You know what it is. We got a lot of obnoxious drinkers in the black world.
Obnoxious.
And when that happens, you're not getting tipped. That's when they, because we gotta be funny. You gotta, Yeah, I might say that blacks are what you call it, are horrible tippers. As for me, myself, I'm an awesome tipper, I feel.
Do you think you overcompensate because you think black people don't tip?
No, depending on your service. You know what I'm saying? If you got good service, I'm an awesome tipper. But if there's some bullshit, like if I get in the restaurant at 8 o'clock and sit down at the table, and I don't see you to 8:20, yo, you just took a couple of dollars off your tip already.
Now, what if it's what if they're just that busy and they're like 2 servers to take care of 20 tables?
No, I've seen that. I've seen that before.
But you talking about it? You just feel like they just ignoring you. They were just like, this nigga's gonna tip me shitty, so let me take my time.
Yeah.
Got you. So then you proved them right and tip them shitty, huh?
Yeah. I'll still tip them though. But your tip may not be as great as what you call it, like as it was going to be. You feel me? Like you're not getting the $10.
Okay. Yeah.
You might get $5 now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know how it is to be up on your feet, moving back and forth in this type of business. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Got you.
No matter what you do.
Me personally.
So I respect it.
Me personally, I tip. You know what I'm saying? I be tipping. A lot of times I might just look at the receipt and be like, what does this suggest I tip? And I might just tip that shit. You know what I mean? But I did tip something the other day, which I was like, you know what? Should I tip that much? I don't know. You know? I ordered some food. Okay. Are there certain services that you do tip for versus you don't tip for? You know? Like somebody posted something and I was like, you know what? They was asking, should they tip the door girl? And I was like, do you tip somebody for taking your money?
Wait, you tip the door girl for what? For opening the door? Or for taking going in the club or something?
For taking your money. The door girl is the girl that sits at the door and takes your money.
At the club or something? Like
at an event or some shit.
Yeah, an event, a club.
Your money, giving you a wristband or whatever.
Why you tipping her?
That's what I'm saying. Like
a lot of times they have a tip jar. You know?
For what?
For tips.
And
that's in the strip joint? I can only see that in the strip joint. I can't see like a regular call it.
In Tampa, that's anywhere. That's for any event. The door girls take tips. I don't tip door girls. There's absolutely no reason for it.
I'm gonna tip you. If all my shit's still in there.
Yeah.
I'll tip valet. I'll tip the valet dude.
Yeah. He ran and did some shit.
Tipping no door girl. You ain't doing shit for me.
What is the service she actually did for me?
Right.
Taking my change is not a service. Giving me change is not a service.
The other day on the radio, they were talking about if you should be tipping people that get your order together, your to-go order. So let's say you go to Buffalo Wild Wings or some shit, you order some wings or whatever, you come pick it up. Should you be tipping that person? I don't tip those people because they ain't did shit for me.
It depends on where I go.
And if I do, it's because I feel nice and it's only $1 or $2.
No, because you got my shit right. You got my shit right because you go some places and niggas don't get your shit right.
Well, but they didn't necessarily get your shit right. The cook got your shit right.
For me, that's your job to get my shit right regardless.
No, the cook got my shit right, but at the same time, the person got my order right. You understand what I'm saying? You know how you go somewhere, you order something, or you missing an egg roll, you missing some fries, they forgot to give you the soda, like shit like that. Depending on where I'm at, though. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Like, I go to certain restaurants, and when I get my food to go, they, like, bring me my food. They pull my shit out. They show me my shit. They like, here go your shit. Your shit is right? Got you. Close my shit, put it in, ask me if I would like spoons, plasticware, and shit like that. And those people, I tip a couple dollars, you know? Now, the other day, I ordered from Uber. You know, I ordered from an expensive restaurant, right? How much was I supposed to tip the guy? Was I supposed to tip the person?
The delivery guy?
Yeah, that delivered my food.
How hot was it when it got there?
It was nice. It was good. It was nice and hot. He got there from where I know where he came from. He got there pretty quick from where he came from and from where he picked up the food and shit. You know, like my bill was over $100. You know what I'm saying? And
you went to Ruth Chris again, huh?
I'm talking about that day. Okay. Day. You know what I'm saying? When they delivered it, you know, I knew where he drove from. So when I did the tip thing, I saw, you know how it gives you options, 10%, 20%, 25%, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I chose the middle one, which metrics says most people choose the middle one. No, you can select what you want your middle one to be. So this one was 20% for the middle one, right? Or some shit like that. Well, I tipped this Uber driver $20-something for my delivery, you know? And
now, honestly, shit like that, I don't feel like he needs a portion of what you.
I'm laughing at Mo in the background talking about fuck. Where's he at?
Honestly, I feel like some shit like that. I don't think that he needed. That wasn't a like. I need to tip him 10% of what I ordered. Now, if you were in Ruth Chris. Your server, yes, I can understand. The delivery driver,
right?
Like, what the fuck that got to do with how much money you spent? I'm gonna just tip you for bringing the shit to me. You ain't got nothing to do with what I ordered. You just pick the shit up and brought it to me.
Exactly, and that's what made me think. It's like, should I be tipping drivers based off of what I ordered? You know, or based off of my total? You know.
Yeah, like a server.
Listen, give him a little $5 because he got it there in a timely fashion. But you don't give that nigga no fucking 20.
Facts.
Okay, hold up. If he's carrying mad bags of food, how much food was he carrying? You know, there's certain stuff that you do equate into it. It
was a nice big bag of steaks. He drove halfway across town. Like, there's only one Ruth's Chris in Tampa.
Okay.
That's not halfway across town.
He had to drive
15 minutes away.
He had to drive. No, that's about.
That's 15 minutes away.
It's 15 minutes away from your house. It's about 30 minutes away from my house.
If you take the expressway, that's the same amount of time it would take you to get to Rocco's. That's 15 minutes away.
Well, he's
West
not
Shore is
okay.
Like
he's
5 minutes. Down
okay. Wait. Okay. First.
Okay.
Okay. He's not driving like you.
First of all, let's cut the shit. Let's start here. Hold up. Let's unpack this. So, listen.
She done sat up. She done got all close to the right.
Listen, because he got me fucked up. So, Ruth Chris is about, I want to say it's about 5 minutes away from International. That ain't a 30-minute drive. That's not halfway across town. That's about 15 to 20 minutes away from your house.
Let's see.
That's not driving fast or none of that. That's about 15 to 20 minutes. That's not a far drive. That's not across town. Not at all. He's 20 minutes away from you.
Sometimes he must have a left foot.
I do, but that's besides the point. What'd you say, Khary?
About 20 minutes at this time.
Khary.
About 20. I just Googled it. About 20 minutes at this time. You know, no. The reason why I say that, I just did a Google map.
And when you ordered it, what time?
It's 10 o'clock right now.
And when you ordered it, it was about this time.
It was about 6:30, 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock. Because the food got here about 8 o'clock. Yeah, but
it would have still been a 20-minute drive. That's not across town.
It's
Somebody said 29 minutes.
It's far enough to where I normally would not Uber eat anything from that area. You know, unless it was Rocco Tacos. And whenever I try to motherfucking Uber them motherfuckers, they not taking deliveries. You know what? But
maybe you should try to Uber them early. I bet you be Ubering them late. Try to Uber them a little early.
It'd be like 6 o'clock.
If you try to Uber them on a Tuesday, they don't take delivery. They don't do pickups, to goes, none of that shit.
Taco Tuesday, you gotta go to the taco.
They don't do none of that.
Yeah, you know. But no, that had me thinking, is like, okay, who do you tip? You know, like I would tip the to-go person a couple dollars, like $3, regardless of what my order was. Probably like $3, $4, $5, maybe. You know. Now my actual server, I would tip them based off of like what I ordered. If I had them going around doing a whole lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tip them pretty good.
Now let me say this. People say, I was having this conversation the other day with a friend. They were telling me a white girl came up to them and was saying like, you know, black people tip terrible. And honestly, for me, I feel like this is a broad ass statement. What was your service like? Because for me, I'm gonna be real with you. If you didn't have outstanding service, you getting a basic ass tip. And if your service was whack, if I had to keep talking to you, if you got my shit wrong, you was wasting my time, etc., you probably, if the service, you gotta be real terrible for you not to get any tip. But if you're doing the bare minimum of your job, you're gonna get a bare minimum ass tip. Now, if you do an outstanding job, that's when you see a $15, $20, $30 tip. Just off the strength of you being a good server. So to the people that like to say black people are terrible tippers, what the fuck is your service looking like? That's what I'm interested in. It don't matter who you supposed to tip. What is your service looking like? Because it's your job. It's your job off rip to get my order right. That's the bare minimum of your job. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So anything above that would be outstanding service, which would make me want to tip you more. And tipping, let's start here. Tipping is fucking optional, unless it's already included in your total. Let's start there. Tipping is not guaranteed. So therefore, you should be working for your tip. And if you ain't working for it, you ain't getting shit, or you getting the bare minimum. And I'm gonna be real with you. It's a lot of people out here that give bare minimum ass service. Guess what you're getting? A $5 to $7 tip. That's what you're getting.
And that's why I think people say black people are bad tippers, is because a lot of times it'll be regardless of what the bill is, how much they did, it'll be $5 or $7.
I don't give a fuck how much I spent on my food. You didn't make it. You brought it to me. I don't care how much I spent on my food. If your service was not outstanding, it don't matter how much I paid for my plate.
Right, but
you're getting a basic ass tip.
I believe the argument is, regardless of whether the service is outstanding or not, the average will be about $5 or $7, regardless of what was spent on the bill.
But whose fault is that?
Listen here.
Tipping,
and they ain't never been
people that's tipping's fault.
So if somebody's service is outstanding, and now somebody has a family,
no, wait, that's not what we talking about. Now you're saying that their service is outstanding.
What I'm saying is, if a person's service is outstanding, they're saying they're still getting $5 or $7 tips, regardless of how much money people spend, how good their service is.
That's not what I'm hearing in a broad ass statement of black people are horrible tippers. That don't sound like, oh, I give outstanding service and you still tip me bad. No, that sounds like even when I don't give outstanding service, when I don't give you the greatest service, I'm getting a bad tip. That just means black people don't tip or tip bad in general. That don't mean that I'm giving outstanding service. That's not what that's saying. That's just saying black people across the board either don't tip or they tip terribly. They're not speaking about their service. So for me, tipping the way I'm looking at
tipping terribly means, hey, this person has this type of bill. They had this many people at the table, and regardless of how much they spent, and when they're spending a lot of money, they're bringing food, they're doing a lot of service, they're bringing drinks, they're doing this, and then the bill might be $200-$300, and then people feel like I'm gonna leave $10 as a tip.
No. Even without big parties, I feel like, again, I'm talking about their service. we could talk all day about how much they ordered, how many people they had at the table with them, etc. My point is if you want to say black people tip terribly, what is your service looking like? I don't give a fuck how much stuff they ordered, how many people they had with them.
We don't know. I'm gonna have to assume they're giving them good service.
No,
like they would
don't
give
assume
everybody
that they're
else.
giving
Why
them good
not?
service.
Why not?
Dude, I don't go everywhere that I go. I don't get outstanding service to where I want to tip somebody $15 to $20. I'm getting, again, bare minimum or some trash ass service. So why would you extend the courtesy of just assuming that they're giving good service?
Because the majority of the time I get good service.
Khary, you're not everybody.
I'm going off my personal experience.
Hold up. I got a perfect example. Me and Mo, we used to go to this BBQs on 23rd Street on a regular basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's one lady that she says I feel like me and Mo feel like she told another waitress like, yo, they're not good. They're not good tippers. But her service is horrible.
Right.
And I tipped her well the first time. Am I correct? Tipped her well the first time. Then me and Mo went a couple of more times to where her service is so crazy that we try not to get her.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And she looks at you like, oh, why you didn't tip me? And there's already gratuity on the bill.
So anything after that is optional, right?
In the bill, yeah, exactly. But she'll look like,
if gratuity's in the bill, I don't touch it. I don't add no more.
If you left, listen, and I'm the type of dude, hold up, even though the gratuity's in the bill, I'll still leave you like a little $5 or something. You understand what I'm saying?
Your service has to be good. You have to be a good service for me to leave more than what's already put in the bill.
Understand what I'm saying? Her service is horrible.
Because I feel
and that's what we're talking about.
Listen,
no,
but
we
then
wasn't
there's
talking about
another
horrible
lady.
service. We was talking about people being bad tippers.
No. You just said their service has to be excellent. If it was already included in your bill, for you to leave them something extra, their service has to be excellent, right?
Yes.
So this is why they're saying black people tip bad. Because wait a minute, it's already included into your total, but you didn't tip them nothing on top of that.
Because gratuity is tip.
But that was exactly the point that I was making to you. If the service was not excellent, why am I tipping you really good? Why am I tipping you great if the service was not, if it wasn't like, damn, let me make sure I take care of her, because she really took care of me. She was an excellent server.
Yeah.
So that was exactly my point. So when people are saying that black people tip terribly, it's because, and Bees was saying, they already kind of go into it feeling like, oh, they ain't gonna tip me well. So, which means they're already going into it, okay, well, I'm finna get them some terrible service. I don't really give a fuck because I know they're not finna tip me well. They just give terrible service regardless.
But this is what I'm trying to say. And then there's another girl in there, her service was immaculate. She was so attentive and everything that, yo, listen, I gave her some extra money on top of the gratuity. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but it's because of her service. And then she looked like she told you. I seen her like give the other lady the look like, nah, they took care of me. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, and then the thing was, last time we came, the lady, then we got her again, and then she somewhat like tried to pick up her service when she saw that it was us. But at this point, it's already too late because because your mindset of how you thought I was going to tip you from the first time has filtered with you 4 or 5 times since I've been here. And then when you see that I tipped somebody else better because they were attentive the first time they had us, it's like,
I
don't want to tip you now neither because your service is phony. Your service is not even genuine. You understand what I'm saying? And if your service was phony and not genuine from the you should have came with that the first time.
I feel like you not being tipped well is a direct reflection of your service, the service that you're providing. You can't blame nobody for that. And Khary, what I'm
saying is The people that I know personally that have said people don't tip well are good servers, and they don't change their service based on people that are black. They just say, "Yo, I give black people good service." Right, and you're talking about a handful of people, but you're trying to put that all on top of that handful that all of these people are giving shitty service.
But wait a minute. So when you were speaking earlier, you said you were speaking based on your experiences, right?
Right. Yes.
Now we've talked about a whole lot of subjects on this podcast, Khary, and there was a lot that you cannot relate to. That don't mean that just because you ain't been through it.
True story, Khary.
Yeah. Because wait a minute, just because you can't relate to it, don't mean that it's not happening to other people.
Oh, right.
But again, I don't go out, and I go out to eat a lot. I go out to eat a lot. I do not get service outstanding, and when I say outstanding, it doesn't have to be like, oh my gosh, she bent over backwards for me. I just have to feel like I was taken care of. That's it for me to tip you well.
So would you agree that there's a tipping etiquette to tipping? If you go somewhere and you spend $200 on a bill, do you think $10 is an adequate tip for good service?
I'm gonna let you know something.
I'm asking.
I'm gonna let you know. I honestly, me personally, I feel like tipping is optional. I'm be real with you. I feel like tipping is optional. I feel like it doesn't matter how much I spend. If I spend $200-$300, that don't mean that you need to get $30, $40, $50 tip just because that's what you're expecting. Wait a minute. You know what type of job you took. You get what I'm saying? You know that you survive on tips. So if I know that my bills, etc., depends on my service because I depend on these tips, I'm going to do my best every time. I'm going to work for these good tips. So me personally, I don't feel like because I spent $200 at this restaurant, I owe my server a $40, $50 tip. $30, $40, $50 tip. I feel like I'm definitely tip you. But depending on your service, that's your tip.
Now, your explanation right there is why people say black people tip bad.
I don't believe so.
That is why.
Because if I'm getting bad service, I'm not tipping you a fuck thing.
Look. We didn't speak nothing about service.
But that's my point.
Let me finish. There's an etiquette. There's supposed to be an etiquette to tipping, and a lot of it is based off of how much you spend on your
tipping
on the
is not
service.
An etiquette.
Tipping is optional. Let me finish. That's why waiter and waitress jobs at these high-profile restaurants are desirable by people because they get a lot of money from tips because people are tipping based off.
That is not true. It's because they give good service.
No, it's not just the service.
Your tips is the direct reflection of the service that you are providing to your customers.
There's an etiquette to tipping.
I don't believe that.
And there is, and that's because you don't believe that. A lot of black people have that belief.
That's not true.
It's true.
I don't believe that. I feel like that's the bullshit. I feel like that's bullshit.
It's not bullshit, and it's not bullshit. But I
feel like that's you feel this way because you have not experienced this.
No,
to me,
look, we're not.
If I'm not giving good service, if I'm not getting good service, you're not getting good tip.
Check it out.
You're gonna get bare minimum.
Check it out. Okay, let's say if everybody gives us great service, right? Everybody gives us great service, and you go to a restaurant and the bill is $200-$300. Do you feel $10 is adequate for the great service?
Of course not. If I'm getting good service, you're gonna get a good tip.
Right, but
if I'm getting bad service, if I'm getting basic service, your tip is going to reflect the service that I got.
We're going off the assumption that everybody's giving great service.
Khary, how can we go off of that assumption when we see that people don't always give good service?
Let me finish my statement. I'm not talking about the service whatsoever. I'm just going off the assumption everybody is giving great service. A lot of people have that mindset that, hey, my bill was $300, $10 is an adequate tip, regardless of how great the service was. You know, and a lot of that mindset is in the black community, and that's why people feel black people give bad tips, because we can go to a great restaurant, spend all of this money, and
Car,
then feel like
you wildin' like fuck.
There's a lot of people that do that.
I don't respect anybody that can generalize a whole group of people and say that black people don't tip well. First of all, that's complete bullshit to me. That's straight up bullshit to me. Because obviously this is coming from non-black people. Let's start there.
It's coming from both.
Let's start here. I don't fuck with nothing about non-black people saying anything, like generalizing black people saying that they don't do something well. I don't fuck with that. First and foremost, I don't fuck with that. Second of all,
I've heard it mostly from black people.
I haven't. I've heard it mostly from white people. But second off, I don't feel like I would not go ahead and give people the courtesy of just thinking, the benefit of the doubt, thinking that they're all giving good service, because that is not true. There's some people that's gonna give fucked up service regardless of if you spent $200 in there, if you spent 20, 30 fucking dollars in there. You're gonna get some terrible service, and there are some places that's gonna give you terrible service just because you are black.
Well,
so with that being said, I don't care how much money I'm spending with a business. I don't owe anything to the server unless they're giving me a good experience, because that is their job.
Well, my point was not trying to highlight tipping bad for bad service. My point was
that's not what I'm saying either.
Wait. My point was just highlighting tipping bad, period. And you're trying to make it a focus on whether somebody gives you bad service or not.
That's a factor. That's a big factor. But that's
not why people are saying people tip bad. They're just saying
black people tip bad in general. So a factor of being tipped bad is also the service that you're providing. It's a direct reflection. Why would you not be being tipped? Let's look into it. Why would they not be being tipped well?
Because
either people are just assholes or they're not providing good service. So that's important.
Because there are people that believe they don't need to tip based off of what they pay and what they do and things like that. People believe a $10 tip is adequate for regardless of how much they pay.
All right.
And you know, so service could be great, and some people are still going to leave $10.
And Khary, my thing is, we've had several conversations on this podcast about different things, and you have different views because you have not experienced them.
What do you mean? I've put more money on the table because people have put $2 down before.
I'm not just talking about this. I'm saying when we first started talking about this, when I first said that it's a direct reflection of their service, you said, well, I don't think so because I haven't experienced that.
Right, I wasn't trying to focus on the service. I was trying to focus on tipping, whether people tip good or not. I wasn't trying to focus on whether the service was good or bad. I'm just trying to focus.
But how can you say that when the service is a reflection of that? It's an outcome. If you give bad service, you're gonna have a bad tip. Okay,
the focus isn't the service. I wasn't focusing on the service.
The focus has to be the service, because why are they not being tipped?
Because some people just don't believe in tipping well.
People don't just not tip. All right.
Yes, okay. I put extra money on the table because people thought $2 was enough.
That's you. We were also talking about.
I mean, but yo.
You know,
when we were also talking about black people not feeling safe at the doctor, you couldn't relate to that too. You felt like you couldn't relate because you always have good experiences, but that's you.
No, I understand that. Not necessarily black men, but more likely black women have more issues at the doctor.
Right, and when we were speaking about this, you said that you could. I feel like you just base things off of your personal experience and don't think about anybody else. Some people don't get the experience that you get, Khary, and that's just a fact. So with the whole tipping thing, we don't all get good service. We don't all get even okay service. Sometimes
why are you so focused? I don't understand why you're so focused on the service. This is all hypothetical.
We can go ahead and move along because I said I'm focused on the service because I feel like that is literally a factor. If you're not being tipped well, there's a reason If you're not being tipped well, there's a reason. It's not just because people don't like the tip. Yeah, maybe some people don't tip, but some people don't tip well because some people don't give good service either. We're not gonna just say that they all have good service because they all don't have good service.
All I said was, hey, okay, let's take the service out of the equation.
But how can you do that?
Easy, by saying, hey, everybody, let's say everybody gets good service. Some people are gonna tip shitty just because they don't feel like tipping is a thing that they need to do.
No, some people tip shitty because they got shitty service.
You can't even think hypothetical.
Because I'm done with it, honestly, because clearly we on two different pages, but that's cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah, oh my God, we on two different pages. I don't understand how you don't get what I'm saying to you.
No, I totally get what you're saying. All I'm saying is take that out the equation, you know?
Back at the ranch.
You know?
Say what?
All I was saying, I totally get what you're saying. You know, if I get bad service, I'm going to leave a really low tip. You know? If I get good service, if my bill is high, I'm going to base my tip off of the service they gave me and what I spent.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. It's you tip based off of your service. So there's no way that right. So you're saying right. You're saying right, right?
That's how a lot of us think. But there are a lot of people that don't believe that. And that's the principle that people are going when they saying that black people tip bad. Because
but guess what? Tips have nothing to do with fucking skin color. So why are we singling out black people?
Because it was a question I had that I've heard before, that you've heard before.
I'm saying
we was talking
again.
about
I'm saying, what does tipping have to do with the color of someone's skin? There's a lot of people that don't tip well. I'm sure they're not all black.
Because historically, the black family helped each other and took care of each other. So a lot of times people look at waiters and waitresses serving you and doing things like that as the black household, which is something that's expected and not a service that they should be paying for and tipping people to do, because that's been done for them in historically in their whole households and things like that. That's the belief on why people don't tip on specifically black people.
That's stupid. I ain't never heard that before.
I've heard that.
That's dumb as hell.
Quite a bit.
And maybe that's why they not being tipped, because that's dumb as shit. That's dumb.
That's one of the theories on why.
I gotta say, in the words of Bill the Pill, Theo, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Literally.
That just sounds crazy, yo.
It's just asinine to me that people would even think that if you were, for me, that whole statement was it's just crazy to me, because I feel like most people are going to tip well, tipping etiquette aside, because who came up with tipping etiquette? Who came up with tipping etiquette? Where did that come from?
I don't know, but people follow laws we didn't come up with.
I feel like they're serving etiquette. So I feel like, first of all, I feel like tipping is optional.
She's not gonna let the service go.
No, she's not.
I'm not. I feel like tipping is optional, and you work for your tips. I definitely feel like it is etiquette to make sure that you tip them regardless, but the amount depends on your service.
Okay. So if they gave you great service and your bill was $500, what would you think is an adequate tip?
Then I would look at 10, 15, 20% of my total. If I had good service, yes.
Now,
that's when tipping etiquette comes into play for me.
Now, what if you was with a group of people and somebody put down $2?
If somebody put down $2?
Yeah.
A group of people? Is this one check? Is this separate checks?
Listen.
I don't really give a damn what they put down for their own check. If we're paying, if it's one whole check,
separate checks.
Yeah, I mean, have y'all not been to a dinner party where everybody paid separately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so
I've seen people put down $2 before
in a dinner party and we're
like
all paying separately. If you put $2 down on your check, that's your business. I'm gonna make sure that I put at least $10 to $15 down on my check. That's my business. I ain't got your $2 ain't got shit to do with mine.
It don't. but it shows you how people tip.
I guess.
You know?
Yeah, that's like, but you know, some people don't even understand what gratuity is. Some people call it gravity. You know what I'm saying? So some people say, you know, when the bill comes and they look at that and they see gratuity, they be like, "Excuse me, you know, nobody ordered a gratuity." And they be like, "Oh, that's the tip." You know what I'm saying? Be like, "Oh."
In those instances, I don't leave extra.
So
unless they gave me super service.
So in the case of going to a dinner party and somebody tips $2, what are you supposed to do at that point? Are we all just supposed to up our tips because they only left a $2 tip?
If I know they broke, I'ma up my tip. If I know they not broke, I'ma say something to them like, nigga, that's not enough for a tip. $2.
But my thing is, how do you know who's tipping what? Because I've been to several dinner parties and, you know, by that time we all lit, we sign our checks, we all leave. I'm not going around to 10 people like, hey, what you tip? What you tip? What you tip? No.
No, I'm talking about people that leave $2 leave cash.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You definitely didn't put that $2 on your card.
Why not?
That's fine.
Because they ain't got the extra $2 to put on their card, probably.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm just saying, yo, I haven't. I'm not a $2 tipper, but I've seen it. You know. Khary says if you got a designer bag and you pull out $2, you can't come to dinner with me anymore. No, but Khary mentioned earlier, he said, yo, you would like Sweden because in Sweden, they don't do tipping. Tipping is not a thing because even waiters, waitresses get a salary with government provided benefits, which is kind of dope for other countries.
Yeah, he also said if workers made a livable wage, tipping wouldn't exist. I agree with that.
Right.
Indonesia.
Which is, huh?
Indonesia, they don't with tipping.
Which is why I was saying like, you know what job you know what kind of industry you work in. You know what I'm saying? If I know I'm a hostess, I'm a server, and I know that I'm pretty much like living off of my tips, I'm gonna make sure that I'm providing a great experience for my customers to make sure that I am getting great tips. I'm not just gonna come in and give people ass service because I feel like shit today or because I feel like I don't, you know, whatever the reason may be, because I know what kind of job, what kind of industry I work in. So I'm gonna work for my tips.
Mm-hmm. Now say you work for your tips and you notice the majority of your shitty tips are from black people.
I really hate this. I don't like this topic at all. I don't like when people generalize black people. Like, how do you know, bro? How do you fucking know that they're all coming from black people?
Because
you looking at the names on the receipts
a lot of these people are waiting on these people. They're waiting on them. They're doing things. They're bringing them drinks after drink after drink, and then they're getting shitty tips.
I don't like it. It don't matter if they were black or they were white. It don't matter if they were black or if they were white. I would just think that I'm getting shitty tips. I wouldn't say, oh, black people tip terribly. I would say, oh, damn, I'm getting shitty ass tips.
Until you notice that the shit with it, until you notice where they're coming from.
Well, since we generalizing people,
I'll tell you like this: black men tip better than black women. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually trying to fix these screens real quick. For some reason, it's just switched around.
Yeah, that's for real. Rich people don't even tip.
You said rich people don't tip?
Yo, not rich like, you know, like black. Even some black rich people don't tip, yo.
What you mean? They don't give you shit?
Nah, they don't really. I've been around. Listen, at the catering hall I used to work at, yo, it was $1 million dudes coming through there, yo. They didn't tip.
They wasn't fucking with you like that?
Yo, listen.
Let me see.
At my job though, the most feared party to work was the bar mitzvah.
But they ain't give you no good tips at the bar mitzvah?
Fam, listen. It'd be like 4, it'd be like 3, maybe about 3 bartenders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we split up tips at the end of the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you split up the tips, I'll tell you like this, we probably all get $1, might all get $0.25. Like it'd be horrible, yo, all the time.
That sucks. Nigga got quarters. Nigga, you sound like D for what's happening. Can I get a quarter? Oh shit.
Yo, they so bad with it that they'll tip you in change.
Damn.
That's
They
terrible.
won't even give you $1. Like they tip you in change. Like here. You know what I'm saying?
You see,
Like this one time, yo, this dude came, he's coming for shots at the bar, all that. Now, if anybody knows proper bar etiquette, when you get shots, you supposed to tip. You supposed to tip the bartender. If you get more than 2 shots, you supposed to tip the bartender.
yeah, how much you supposed to tip the bartender?
At least give him a 5.
All right. Let's see.
You know what I'm saying?
Khary said, yo, I always see a news story when a waiter waitress complain that the celebrity ain't tip. Keita said she heard rich folk don't tip.
Nah, but see, then come
Keita
out.
said
But
there
then
was Keita said
you
there's
got
an
dudes like
article.
Steinfeld.
Keita said there's an article that said that the middle class actually tipped the best. Because the middle class understand what it's like not to have money.
You know who I think tips the best?
Who's that?
People that understand, or people who have prior maybe been a waitress or a server before. People that understand, who directly understands how these people get paid. I feel like a person that don't really understand how a waiter or waitress gets paid, they may think that they're getting minimum wage like everybody else, and they getting extra tips on top of that.
They're getting less than minimum wage.
So I feel like people that have maybe served before or something like that, they are the best tippers because they kind of sympathize, or they understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I tip the way I do.
And that's how I learned how to tip. I messed with some people that was like in that industry, and I heard about it. You know,
I feel like I'm a good tipper. I feel like when I go out, not only do I like, kind of clean the table up when we leave too, like stack the plates up, put all the old food on one plate,
all the time. I do all
silverware, and every time I go out, I be with people that be like, you ain't got to do all of that. I do feel like I need to, because again,
I don't do that.
you know how you eat at your dining room table. I'm used to my mom. We got to clean up that stuff. I don't really. The thought of somebody like waiting on me hand and foot is a little weird to me. So I'm gonna make sure I kind of get the crumbs from in front of our plates. I stack the plates up, the silverware, put all the trash, the uneaten food and shit on one plate, so it's easy for you to scrape it in the trash. And I make sure I tip you well.
See, for me, that's part of the reason why I go out, so I can be waited on hand and foot.
Yo, listen, but see, check this out. The other night, me and Mo went out. Forgot where we went.
I'm right back.
And the lady gave me some shitty ass service, right?
Say it again.
So the lady gave me some shitty ass service. So I pull out a $10 bill, right? To like pay for the food. Like I gave her my card, but then I pull out a $10 bill. So she was like, "Oh, thank you, this and that," assuming that the 10 was for her right from the beginning.
Not assuming.
Assuming that the 10 was for her. See, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. So then she got $5.
So you took half
You
a
know
tip
what I'm
away.
saying?
Let me ask you this. What about the people that watch you write the tip in on the receipt? The people that like to see what you tipping?
Oh, and that's when you get the dollar sign and you get the 0 and the 0 and the 0 and the 0, and then you get mad X's across that joint.
So if they looking too hard, I don't like that. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I be wanting to like, damn, are they watching? Am I tipping them well? Am I not tipping them well? Like, you know, I like the people that walk off and let you leave whatever you gonna leave.
You know what's so crazy though? Some waiters don't know that they giving out shitty service too.
I agree.
You know that? Like they feel like yo, my service, and that's why they be on you sometimes. Like yo, what he gonna tip me? Like knowing that your service was fucking horrible, yo.
I agree.
My food was cold when the guy here.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It was wrong.
You brought me fries. I wanted mashed potatoes.
Facts.
It be all types of crazy
Right.
shit.
When I need something, I gotta call you. Okay, let me tell you one thing I hate. When I'm done eating at a restaurant, like the moment that I'm ready, that I'm done, I'm ready to go. Like I don't know how to explain that, but the moment that I'm ready to go, I am ready to go. So if it take you 10 minutes to bring me my damn receipt, especially after you done came and checked in on us, first of all, while we eating and talking, having conversation and shit, and every 2 to 5 minutes is, hey, how is everything? You good? You okay? But now when I'm done, I gotta fucking flag you down to get my goddamn receipt. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I tell you what. Sometimes
I'm ready to go.
Sometimes they be taking so long. I be contemplating walking out.
Look, this shit about to be on the house. Goddamn.
I be like, yo, y'all taking too long. When I asked y'all for my boxes, that should have told you to get my check ready.
Facts.
You know.
Facts. I agree.
And, you know,
I agree.
And a lot of times I tell them, when they bring me my food, I'd be like, oh, this plate is big. Go ahead and bring me a couple of boxes.
Bring the check, too, while you at it, goddamn. Because I know you ain't going to come back in time.
You know?
Yeah.
So that should let you know I have my check ready, because I might be ready to boogie whenever.
I agree with you, though, B. Some people don't even know that they giving shitty service.
Don't even know they giving shitty service. Some people think they giving out immaculate service, yo.
Yeah. Which is why they need some goddamn etiquette classes, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yo, for real.
I kind of know when I'm gonna get good service. You know, when the waiter comes, is there a distinction now between waiter or waitress? Is there a distinction, or just both a waiter now?
You could call it you could call him a server.
Okay, so when the server comes, if they give me the, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. I'm like, I'm gonna get good service. You know. If they're not too confident about their name and happy, I don't think I'm gonna get good service.
Yeah.
You know?
Or if they forget stupid shit. Like, where the fuck are our utensils? What are we supposed to eat like a caveman in this bitch? Like, what's going on with you? Are you having a bad day? Because we definitely need utensils, god damn it.
But you know
ain't no menu on the table.
Right.
You know what I found though? You know what I found? That no matter how good the server is, they might forget this one thing.
What?
A straw. They might forget a straw.
And napkins.
Yes.
Bring me some napkins.
Listen. But that's why they make them aprons, right? And they supposed to keep the straws there with the.
That's what I thought.
They have the checkbook right there, though. The checkbook is right there.
Yeah.
The straw is supposed to be right there or right there in the middle, like with some napkins. Like, come on.
Right. I like the waiters that know exactly what's going on. You know what to offer me. You know what I'm saying? You know, when I'm inquiring about things, you know what it tastes like. Even if you bullshitting me, I don't even mind if you telling me it's good and you ain't never even had it before. You make it sound good. You selling the menu, you know exactly this is an 8-ounce steak. No, it's lean, no fat. Is this, is that compared to this steak? You know what I'm saying? I feel comfortable with you.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah.
You know what you doing. You getting a good tip, my nigga. And if this steak is good, goddamn it.
I like the server that can tell me the ingredients.
Oh, John, you have outdone yourself.
Oh, that has radish in it. Yeah, I don't want no radish in it. Take the radish out. Oh yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
There's times that I have tipped the server or the waiter or waitress more than the bill.
Yep. I've done that too.
You understand?
I haven't
Because
done
the
that.
service was
My bill
just
hasn't been
that
low enough
damn
to do
good.
that.
I have done that because it's like when somebody treats you good and you know they didn't have to, and that's why I was saying it kind of like outstanding service stands out from just regular ass service. So when I feel like I'm taken care of, I'm going to take care of you because I've had so many other people not even give me this type of service. So you best believe I'm gonna make sure you straight when I leave. And don't watch me write on the tip. Don't watch me write the tip in on the receipt, nah. But I'm gonna make sure you good, you know. So when I walk away, you feel good. Like, damn, she really made sure I was good. They came for happy hour, got an appetizer, some drinks, and tipped me $50. You know, on a $30 bill. Those are the people that you take care of.
Listen, check this out. Now, because this was wild. When we were in Indonesia, right? We
look at them stunting on us. Look at them stunting on us when we was in Indonesia. Okay,
Bali.
Go ahead.
When we was out there though, we went to like this this restaurant slash like swing rice field type thing, but it was like a restaurant and shit. It was nice. It was real nice. And anyway, we had this we had a waiter named Madu.
He remembers the waiter's name. He got some good service.
Madu's service was so crazy. That like I was like, yo, we got some American money. Like, let's tip them in American money. Let's not even give them day money. Let's give them American money. So because it's way more. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's how you know you got good service. How long ago did y'all go to Indonesia?
Like this is when humbleness, when you are so humble, this shit just changes. Like, he fucked me up.
Yeah.
So I go to give him the tip, right? I offended him, yo.
Really? Giving him American money?
I'm dead serious, yo. I offended him. Period. Like, he was like, check it. He was like, no, keep that. Why you do that? Nah, this is my job. Fact. This is what I like. Like, yo, he like broke it down, but the way he broke it down, like, it made me feel like, yo, I ain't even humble, yo. Like, this is a whole different type of.
That's like them the baggers at Publix. You know, when you go to Publix and you get you some good ass service, you know, everybody smiling at you and shit. The cashier not taking too long. Paper or plastic. They done bagged your shit good. Then the man say, the cherry on top, can I help you take it to your car? And then they help you take it to the car. They patient and shit. And he take the cart with him. Sir, can I tip you $10 for this?
I tell you what.
No, this is my job.
Yo,
we cannot take tips. Like, listen, sir, you ain't even got to tell nobody. I'm going to slide you some cash.
If I ever start a business, yo, I'll tell you what, if I ever start a business where I got to have people with good customer service, I'm recruiting from Publix and Chick-fil-A. That's where I'm recruiting from.
And Hobby Lobby.
I've never been to Hobby Lobby.
It's like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But for what? Painting shit?
Yeah, for hobby stuff.
You know what's a good one too? Aldi. Every time I go into Aldi, they got some phenomenal service, bro.
Really? Yeah, all these burgers are nice.
Phenomenal service.
I always thought they made you pack your own shit and bring your own bags and boxes.
But still, they have phenomenal service.
You gotta bring your own bags. You do gotta bring your own bags. It's like a Costco type thing. But Aldi's is Aldi's products. Aldi's ain't like we got this and that. Aldi's got Aldi's.
Just because you gotta go bag your own shit don't mean they service ain't good.
I'm mad I gotta bring my own bags and shit. I don't really go to places
Aldi's
like that.
got some good shit.
They got some good shit, some good prices, goddamn.
Yo, fam, you could get a pineapple out that bitch for like $1.25. A fucking full pineapple.
And let me tell you something too. You get you some sour sop, some turmeric, some all that. All the fruits and shit that don't grow in the US, you get that from Aldi. And it's cheap.
Sean over here says, yo, you know why Aldi has good service? Because they pay the employees. Alright, but shit, let's move on. Trick Daddy was trending. Did y'all hear about this?
Yes, I was so disgusted when I found out why he was
Wait 1 minute before we proceed. Bees, what part disgusted you?
The way he said it, or what it actually
what was it that disgusted you?
What's going on?
The way he said it.
Wait.
Again, I don't know how the picture popped in my head, but it popped in my head. Like I seen this black greasy nigga looking like Florida Evans with his legs in the air, like
yeah. Not this licorice colored motherfucker with his legs up.
I saw a tweet that said, "Yo, whoever is eating Trick Daddy's ass should be ashamed."
Yo, that's fucking gross. The fact that this man said, "Yeah, I get ate out too." Like, yo, first off,
okay. So
men are not supposed to be getting eaten out.
So for those that don't know, Trick Daddy was a guest on Drink Champs. This is actually his second time on Drink Champs, and I believe this might be a continued conversation from the first time he was on Drink Champs, because Nori Nori asked a question of a lot of do you eat ass on the show, you know? And I think last time Trick had like a certain answer, so I think he might have bounced us, kind of like piggybacked off of that. And Trick Daddy answered like, yeah, he gets ate out, you know, not just his ass ate. He says he gets ate out. You know,
I think he was. I think the ate out was him getting his ass ate.
Yeah, I get ate out.
That's just crazy for him. Like,
yeah,
this
fucking man talk about
is out of pocket. He's out of line, most definitely. But he don't give a damn. He like his solid.
He don't give one damn.
Cost,
he don't give one damn. You know.
He like his salad tossed. But is that okay? So I feel like most people are just disgusted, like B said, by the way that he said it. But there's men out here that like they ass ate.
Yeah, there's some. I think it was just the way he described it. Is what made it wild. It made it sound like it made it sound like he getting his pussy ate. That's how he made it sound. You know?
Yeah.
He made it sound like he's laying on his back with his legs up, with his legs up in the air, spreading his ass cheeks like that. You know what I'm saying? He was holding his own ass cheeks. You know?
Getting his badussy ate. Smell like badussy ate.
Oh, yeah, stupid.
This man, I can't.
And while he's singing, okay, what's up?
Shut up.
Yo, I cannot believe he said some shit like that. I can't.
No, not even. You know what he was singing?
It's that era.
You know what he was singing?
What's that?
Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Take it to the house.
God damn, slip and slide records. These people,
slip and slide.
These people is wilding. This man said, "I get ate out."
Kanye said, "Yo, I didn't hear about this, and now I'm mad I did." City Bang said, "Yo, I like hearing. That's like hearing your grandparents talking about doing it. Some things are best unsaid."
I can't even. They should have at that point, since he said all of that, you gotta name who eating your ass, bro. You have to. Now I'm curious. Who is eating this man's ass?
I think she might want to keep that a secret.
I can't.
I would never want to be seen with him again after that. Like, ain't no way in hell. Some people can be like, "Oh, that's who eating his ass." Hell no. Don't take no pictures of us together. No, we can't go to dinner. We in the house, goddammit. Ain't no going out in public together.
Yo, 50 did say that. Keita said, "Yo, did 50 Cent say Vivica Fox ate his ass?" Yeah.
And
He did.
Amber Rose used to eat Kanye's ass. Gabrielle Union used to eat what's his name, Dwayne Wade's ass. Not used to.
He's still eating his butt. He's still eating his butt.
Hey, as long as you're clean, right? As long as you're clean, I guess.
I mean, again, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I agree with Bees. I feel like the way he said it was just so fucking.
The way he said it was disrespectful.
Distasteful.
Disrespectful to his own ass.
Yeah. I get ate out. Like, nigga.
Yo, that sound like somebody got your shit open.
Yo,
you know, they got their whole hand in your shit. They got their hand.
And then he went on to say, yeah, sometimes I put my legs up. One leg, two legs.
That sounds like somebody was down there licking for a long time. That's what that sound like. You was down there licking for a long time.
Khary said, yo, hold on. All these celebrities are announcing this?
Yes.
Yo, this is a typical question for Drink Champs. Do you eat ass?
So this particular topic isn't new. It's you know, men been getting their ass ate. A lot of people don't say it out loud or in public because they don't want people, you know how some people think that if you get your ass ate, then you'll want to get your ass ate by anybody. You might want a man to eat your ass, and all of a sudden you gay just because you want your ass ate, you know? So I feel like it's just not like a widely talked about subject, but it's definitely a lot of men out there getting their ass ate.
Definitely talked about now. It's a lot of grocery shopping going on both sides.
Yeah. I know niggas that
like groceries.
I know niggas that was introducing themselves with "I'll eat your ass" for since 20 years ago.
To women though.
Yes.
It's different so I feel like a man saying he eat ass ain't as bad as a man saying he's getting his ass ate. That's just not the same. You're not getting the same attention. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. It's
Dudes can say all day long they eat ass. Yeah, a couple people gonna look at you crazy.
It's very different from saying, "Hey, my name is Khary, I'll eat your ass," to "Hey, my name is Khary, will you eat my ass?" That's very different, huh?
Okay, so can we talk about this? Hold on. Let's unpack this.
Those are two very different statements.
Can we talk about this? So
I've never approached anybody with either one of those.
So I'm saying yo, I'm not mature enough.
Yo, what's up?
So what I'm saying is,
got truffle butter.
Truffle butter makes it sound very nasty.
Listen, truffle is nasty regardless. So truffle butter is just.
If somebody said, "Yo, Khary, come get some of this truffle butter," I would probably say, "No, thank you." You know, I'm probably gonna say, "Yeah, that's not turning me on."
Listen,
no,
is it just very inappropriate for a man? Is it just very inappropriate for a man to ask for his ass to get ate? Like, men don't hesitate to ask for head. So is it inappropriate for a man to say, "Can you how would you even say that?"
I don't know, that sounds awkward.
Can you lick my back door?
Listen, I'm gonna go on the assumption of what somebody had told me. He said that, yo, but it's bugged because some niggas get crazy with it. But he said that he was getting head, and he said she pushed his legs up and started licking his geech. Mm-hmm. He said, next thing you know, her tongue was in his butt.
I feel like that's how it happens for most dudes, though. Like, I feel like that's how most dudes get introduced to it.
He said, time out. He said he loved it so much that now he be in like doggy style.
Okay, listen, that's a little too much for me. Now, I don't want to see my man in the same positions that I'm in. I don't need you face down, ass up, ready to get your ass ate.
I would feel too vulnerable.
Vulnerable for what? Somebody gonna stick something in there?
You never know. You never know.
Okay, so I've talked about this subject to a few like friends of mine, and they were telling me, like, you know, the first time that they had a girl, like, you know, eat their butt. That sounds so weird. A girl, like, you know, eat their ass, it was just like Bees described. Like, 1 minute they was getting head, the next minute they move, you know, to the balls, gooch, to the balls, to the gooch, and then next thing you know, they had a tongue in their ass. Some of them liked it and, you know, just allowed it to continue. Some of them was like, oh, fuck no.
I tell you what,
It happened to me. It happened to me.
It happened to you.
I tell you what.
What was your reaction?
I never asked for it,
Yo,
but I didn't say stop.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's two different conversations going on. Khary said he never asked for it, but he didn't say stop. B said it happened to him. I'm like, hold on.
What happened, Bees?
We both need to talk about this. We all need to talk about this.
How it happened to me, like, you know, I was getting some head, and then it was she was at the geesh. I had like one leg up, and then like she kind of like, I don't know, like next thing you know I was on my side. Like I don't even know how I was on my side.
Oh, she had you in the one hand on frontal, one hand on neck.
Yo, so next thing you know, yo. She's licking. She hit me like 3 times with the tongue.
Yo.
Made me so nervous. Wow. Shot it right in the mouth. Farted right in her fucking mouth.
Oh man.
Bees, are you serious?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that ain't even funny no more.
She ain't never tossed your salad again after that.
That's disrespectful as fuck.
You heard what I said?
What's that?
She laughed and kept going.
See, now I'm wondering if she was like this. If it was like this, she was like,
oh my God.
Her cheeks puff up, you know?
She probably got pink eye or some shit after that. That's nasty.
Was she down there and all of a sudden her cheeks puffed up?
Yeah. Bees, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's nasty.
I'm not.
Nigga say I'm not.
That's nasty as shit.
Let me ask you something. Did you apologize? Did you say I'm sorry?
No, I did not.
Oh my God.
Damn, nigga. This nigga is not a gentleman. He farted in her
Ain't
face.
nothing gentle about farting in somebody's mouth when they...
he could have said, you know what, yo, I'm sorry. I never felt that before. You made my body just not be able to control itself.
You wasn't even embarrassed?
This nigga said, but did it make a sound?
Yo, fam, nah.
No.
It was one of them one shots.
His butt cheeks was already spread, so there was nothing to vibrate against. That shit just went.
One shot.
That shit said. So her cheeks definitely.
Oh my God.
Her cheeks definitely were.
Yo, listen.
She held it in for a second. She held it in for a second.
Fucking nasty, yo. Like, one thing about it, like, how would you feel if a woman like farted in your face while you was giving her head or
and
some
now
shit?
here goes Bees with the story of when it happened.
Yo.
A girl
listen.
farted in your face while you was giving... Oh, Lord. Let me get some water for this.
Yeah.
I need
I
something.
think it's happened like maybe 3-4 times. Shit.
Ladies, please use the bathroom before you have sex. It is very easy. Like, you know, when you having sex, sometimes...
Listen, listen. Gas is totally uncontrollable sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
That's your excuse. That's your excuse.
I'm controlling my gas if somebody is down there.
Nah, you don't want, cause you ain't controlling your gas because you don't want a nigga to hear that shit in your stomach. You know you don't want
No, I'm controlling my gas while I'm having sex. Cause you ain't about to say I pooted, I stank. None of that type of shit is going down. There has been times where I've been clenching for dear life like this. Clenching for dear life like Jesus, please.
I tell you, I have a confession. I farted in a girl's face one time. You know, she wasn't eating my ass. She was giving me head, and you know, I came. I told her to stop. I said, you better stop because stop, and she wouldn't stop. And also, I just went like, I pooed it in her face. I said, I told you to stop. Why didn't you stop? I was trying to hold it in, but you wouldn't stop.
Did you?
I apologized.
This man pooed it in this girl's face.
I apologized. I said, yo, I'm sorry. I ain't mean to. But damn, girl, I told you to stop. Why you ain't stop? And I put it in her face.
This Khary got some remorse. Bees didn't even say I'm sorry. That's fucking terrible.
Yo, listen. It's like when it happens, it's like, yo, how do you say sorry, yo?
Sorry?
Tooted and booted this woman?
I didn't mean to toot and boot.
Listen,
yo.
Check it. Yo, I was in high school. When we was in high school and shit. Yo, my man he's fucking around with his girl. Her mom's is home and all that though, you know, Spanish love. So yo, they fucking around in the bedroom or whatever, and she's you know, he got up in a Duke shoot. He busted a vessel and shit.
He busted a vessel.
Yo, I don't know what the hell was going on.
Wait. When you say bust a vessel, what you mean?
She was bleeding or she was shitting? Which one? What was going
on? She was bleeding.
Okay.
But she couldn't move.
Oh wow.
Well, he
had to go out there and tell her mother.
He broke something. He broke something on her.
Yeah, the ambulance had to come and get her on that.
Oh my god!
How you go to the hospital saying, "Yo, this nigga fucked me into this position and now I can't move"?
You ain't see what's that show used to be called some type of sex trips to the ER or some shit.
There was a show called Sex Trips to the ER.
I remember there was a lady, she couldn't stop orgasming like uncontrollably.
I saw a clip of that. She was just in the hospital like
every few seconds. You know what? I couldn't say that I would be too mad about that, you know? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I probably after the 10th one in 60 seconds, you probably would be like, okay, maybe this, no, maybe.
I bet she slept good. I know she went into hibernation
she was out
after
for the next
that.
3 days.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn, y'all shitting in people's faces. That shit.
Man.
I swear to God, I would never talk to y'all again after some shit like that. Y'all got me fucked up.
I didn't shit in nobody's
like
face.
I'm some shit eater. You gonna poop in my face.
Nothing came out of my body other than gas.
All I can say is that for her, all I can say is that she lucky that it just happened to be a vegetable week. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's like women. I feel like I would be more inclined to a woman farting than a man. That's just disrespectful as fuck, bro. Oh
Listen.
No. You know where y'all ass been?
When it happens, yo, listen. I have farted while fucking. You ever fart while fucking?
No.
I mean, be a mid-stroke and throw a couple of joints off.
Never.
Bees
Never.
remind me of the people they say be in the club farting the whole while they walking through.
I might. I might pee in the
I've
pool.
done that many times.
I might pee in the pool, but I ain't gonna fart during sex.
I will clench for the life of me.
Listen, I'll go in the club like I dropped a raw egg.
Yeah.
and then walk away.
Nasty as fuck. Yo, I had something like that happen to me the other day. Not the farting in the club thing, but the whole like Putin while having sex. Oh my God. Listen, I think I had some type of baked ziti, lasagna, something.
Lose some weight. It happens.
Listen, I am lactose intolerant.
Oh.
Yo, I was climaxing and I had to clench for dear Lord because the Lord was bringing the oceans up out of me and I couldn't keep the winds in. Like it was all about to happen. But I was clenched. My feet was clenched. Shit. I was no. I'm not going out like that. And after we done, let me run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one. Sean in the chat says he farted getting some head one time.
You're fucking nasty, yo.
You see?
Yeah. That shit
Stinky booty niggas don't deserve no head.
Listen, no. Sometimes, let me tell you something. Sometimes that's like, yo, shit feeling so good and you just clenching all over the place.
And your body don't know what to clench no more.
Yo, word. Next thing you know, your stomach be like, yo, I've been saving this for a little while. Let me let this out.
You grown ass hardback cockroaches should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed. Shitting in these women's faces. That all types of shit particles. I bet they had pink eye after that. That is terrible.
You stupid.
You've been watching way too much Ozark.
I told you it was a vegetable.
You talking like Ruth. You said what? Cockroach?
Me and my daughter, we call her dad a hardback cockroach. That's what y'all are. Grown ass motherfuckers. Hardback cockroaches. Pooting in these women's faces.
It's not purposeful.
I'm sure that's where COVID came from. Y'all tried to blame it on the Asian people. It was y'all stinky booty asses.
Motherfuckers farting at people's faces during orgasms.
Fucking gross, yo. I would never talk to a dude ever again. No. You ain't never getting no head from me again.
You wouldn't feel proud of yourself?
Fuck no. Give you some A1 head and you repay me by pooting in my face? Yo.
She be like, yo, listen. No, she be like, yo, listen. I had that nigga toes curling and that nigga ass was clenching. He couldn't even hold it.
No, that's fucking nasty as hell.
She be feeling mad prideful. You know, like, damn, I made that nigga come and fart. Oh, shit.
Nah, I bet you won't get no head from me again.
Get that nigga head so good, suck the fart out his ass.
Listen. Now when I ghost you, you gonna know what the fuck going on. Cause ain't no way in hell you finna fart in my face and I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Hell no. Y'all is nasty, bro.
He gonna be like, yo, son. Let me tell you, she got that Cardi B, son.
You gotta make up for that some type of way.
Yo, hold on, I gotta get my charger, yo.
Oh man, y'all are foolish.
I hear Mo back there laughing. Don't tell me you done farted in Mo's face now. That's terrible.
No, listen. I think she dead ass fight you.
And that's what I'm saying. Get that nigga. You gotta. Yeah, we gotta fight after that. It gotta happen. There's no way around it.
Oh shit. Let's move on though.
Terrible, bro. I can't believe y'all.
So lately I've been getting kind of back into watches and shit like that, and I've been looking at a whole bunch of watches and doing research on watches. And during my research, I found out that Apple has outsold almost all of the Swiss watch industry, you know, which is wild. You know, so like there's more people out there now with like Apple watches on their wrist than like regular like timepieces and shit like that.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Tick 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 tick. You know what I'm saying? I like watches. Watches is one of my things I like to like.
I believe that
shit, you know
people
what I'm
love their Apple watches, and honestly, I have 2 of them, and I don't wear neither of them.
You know why not?
My Apple Watch really served me like. It was really good when I worked in a call center environment. Mm-hmm. You know, those type of environments where I can't necessarily have my phone on me. Now that I have my phone all the time, there's really no reason for me to like, you know, use my Apple Watch all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I had me an Android watch, you know, but the Android watch I had kind of was it had the steel bracelet, it had the steel casing. It looked like a regular watch if the face didn't turn off when the time went. But it didn't give me that watch feel. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I had a computer on my arm. It didn't feel like a watch, you know? It's like it was giving me mad alerts to my wrist and shit like that. So I was like, you know what? I got rid of it and now I'm just regular watch back on my wrist. Regular watch. You know what I'm saying? I got a few, but I found it interesting that a lot of people are jumping to the Apple Watches. Do you have any small watches, Bees?
So no, I don't.
You know? Do you wear regular watches?
Yes. I own a couple of watches.
All right. Yeah, I like watches that just go like tick 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 tick. You know what I'm saying? Even though none of the watches I have actually make a sound anymore. None of my watches make a tick sound at all.
I need new bands. That's about it. But
yeah, I actually got a couple. I actually got a couple being delivered this week. I know.
Apple Watches are pretty dope though. Like you can keep track of your steps, tell you when to breathe. You can take phone calls, text messages, play music. You know, they're really handy.
Yeah, they are. I actually was gonna give my son one of my watches. You know, I had got a new watch. I said, you know what? I got this watch. I'm probably not gonna wear this watch that much. I asked my son. I was like, hey, would you like this watch? He was like, nah, I don't really like watches. He was like, if I get one, I'm gonna get an Apple Watch. I don't really like watches.
Yeah, can I tell y'all a secret?
You don't like watches? What? What's that? What's your secret?
So when I was I want to say I was about 16 or 17. Mm-hmm. My grandma was always really big on clocks and shit. She always used to buy me watches, and they have like the grandfather clocks and stuff in the house. Mm-hmm. And they asked me like, what time was it? I didn't know what fucking time it was because
you wasn't able to tell time on those clocks.
Listen, so I was able to tell time. It just wasn't quick. You know how you look down and be like, oh, it's 10:15. It was more like it's 10. You know. Yeah. Yeah. My grandma was so goddamn ashamed. She said, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I'm like, why do I need this damn watch? And then she told me, you ain't even got it set to the right time. It's like, why do I need this watch? I only wear it for it to be cute. Like, why do I need this watch if I could just look at my phone? It's a cable box right there. Why do I need this watch? She was like, if you can't tell time at this age, just grown, this big age, you should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah. And I wasn't ashamed, but I learned how to tell time, y'all. I can tell time.
Yeah. Guy, you said you would hate a Movado watch, you know?
The ones that don't have the numbers on it?
Yeah, well, all it got is the dot at the top. Yeah.
No.
You would hate that one.
I had one of those.
Yeah, I'll push my I'll pull out my Apple Watch.
My current watch don't have no numbers on it. It just has lines there. Not even Roman numerals, just dashes prety much.
Yeah.
You know?
Those are the type of watches my grandma used to buy me. And I'm like, grandma, this thing ain't even got no numbers on it.
Yeah, you just gotta know.
Yeah, you know? I mean,
and I'm wondering if that's why my son don't like watches or my daughter. Because maybe they can't tell time on a regular fucking analog clock.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh shit.
These kids didn't learn how to write cursive either.
Yeah, my son don't really fuck with cursive like that.
You know, they don't do long division and shit no more either.
Yeah, they got some weird new shit now.
Like, y'all ain't doing long division and times tables?
I kind of understand that.
Same fucking answer though.
I understand the logic behind the new division and math and shit like that. The terrible thing with it is they don't explain their logic to it with people. You know, so their logic behind the new math is this is kind of how people actually do math in their head as they grow up. Like they don't normally do in their head, like lining things up. They count numbers in their head. Like if somebody says, what's 2,000 plus 3,050? They just do the math of 2 plus the 3 and then do the zeros and know it's just 5,050, you know? People... That's the concept of it, the goal of it, but they don't tell people that. They just say, hey, there's new math. This is how you do it.
It looks so confusing.
It does look confusing.
I only saw it maybe twice, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? They not having you carry the one and shit no more? What's going on?
Yeah, it's changed that way. I understand why it doesn't make... They don't understand. They don't explain.
Say what?
They just stressing these kids out.
Yeah. Stress the fuck out of these kids. You heard the new way they was trying to get them to learn the ABCs?
They're not stressing the kids out. They're stressing the parents out, you know? Because the kids are just learning it how they're learning it, you know? And the problem is when they don't understand something and they go home for help, and now their parents are like, what the fuck is this they're teaching you? There's a new way to do math? How the fuck is there a new way to do math? When I was in school, they told me math was math and it ain't gonna change. Now it's changing?
You know what, baby? Take this calculator with you.
Yeah. They be like, yo, this is how you do it. And now you got kids learning the new way and the old way, conflicting with each other, and now nobody knows how to count shit.
I don't understand this shit, man. Like, God darn it.
You know? I tell you what, when my kids came home with this new math shit, I was like, what? What? Why? What are these boxes for? What are you circling numbers for? What are you doing? You know what? You figure it out, then explain it to me.
Back.
Yeah.
Go ask your teacher for help tomorrow.
Yeah.
And come back and
tell your teacher I know old math. You know? Tell him I need a textbook too. Fuck
listen,
that.
I hope my baby ain't depending on me when she gets of age, because we both fell in math. I'm one of those people that's good at everything except math. Like after algebra 1 and 2 and all that shit, when it was x plus this equals this, and they were all letters, I'm out the game.
I'll tell you
because I'm gonna sit this one out.
A lot of my teachers told me a lot of bullshit when I was a kid when it came to math. They said, "Oh, you're gonna have to know this because you're not gonna have a calculator wherever you're at." You know?
Lies.
Nah, just ask Google a fucking problem. Hey Google, what's 15% of $50? You know, and it tells me. You know, hey Google, what's 50 billion times 75 squared by pi? And it tells me, you know? I ain't even got to type it in. I just ask it a question and it tells me, you know?
Shit.
But it'll tell me that answer, you know? Or it'll take me to a website that'll try to explain it to me. All right, but let's jump onto this real quick. Medical care, co-pays, and more. I was talking with Tati the other day and she was about to curse some doctors out because she had to make a copay. And
I wasn't gonna curse them out. I disputed the charge. Let's let it be known.
She disputed the charge.
They robbed me, bees.
Right.
They robbed me.
Explain what happened.
So, since we came back from Houston, if you see me keep going off camera and wiping my nose, I've just had like some nose issues. Like one of my nostrils has been blocked. I've taken a COVID test, negative. Like I've been taking allergy medicine because I thought maybe it was just my allergies. I've tried Claritin, I've tried nasal spray, I've tried Sudafed. Nothing has been working. So I skipped my primary doctor and made an appointment with a specialist, the ENT, ear, nose, and throat, right? And made an appointment, got there. They tell me that payment is due up front before you even go and see the doctor. And so $55 off rip, right? Go in the back, which I'm already kind of like, I'm not really questioning it because I just want my nose, you know, the issue solved. So, I go back there and they just like rush the hell out of me, just asking questions, barely allowing me to answer it. And he literally took an instrument, looked in both nostrils, looked in both ears, and told me to continue on the over-the-counter nasal spray I've been using for 2 weeks. It's been about 2 weeks that I've been using the damn nasal spray. And literally, this man was in the room for all of 4 minutes. And he's, all right, thank you. If you want to come back in a month. And then they told me anything that he would have done in the back, if he did anything, I would have been responsible to pay 20% of that out of pocket. And I'm like, yo, $55 for 4 minutes and this nigga ain't give me no solutions, no nothing? Are you serious?
Except what you was already doing.
I feel robbed. I feel robbed. I don't feel like you listened to me. You barely let me speak. You didn't clearly look because my nose is still blocked, right? And then you just leave? Yeah, I'm disputing this charge. Fuck cussing him out. I bet you don't get that payment, goddammit. I want all my damn money back. Y'all got me fucked up.
I understand how you feel. I've actually been in that situation before where I felt like I've been waiting for an hour and you diagnosed me within 5 minutes. You know? And you diagnosed me with, hey, go to the fucking store and get something I could have got already. Are you serious? You giving me a prescription for fucking Robitussin? Nigga, did you just give me a prescription for Robitussin?
And that's exactly what he told me. I could give you a prescription for the nasal spray if it's cheaper.
You know?
Like, motherfucker.
That's some crazy shit, yo.
Yeah, I can't. Yo, listen. I fucking went to the urgent care and all that shit. And fucking, co-payment was like $30. But then the nigga recommends some eardrops for me because my ear was swollen inside. He offered some eardrops for me. So yo, I get to the fucking pharmacy. These niggas talking about fucking $255.
Oh my god.
$255 for some airdrop? Yeah, that's crazy.
So then I get my insurance. I get my insurance on the phone and all that. I go back in there. They talking about $55. See, still, it's too much. This is still too much. Like, what is the point of me having this fucking insurance for? Like,
my point exactly. Because at what point did you even bill my insurance for I never pay copays. I never have a copay. At what point did you bill my insurance for this appointment? My insurance does not reimburse me. Therefore, you think you slick. But I'm slicker because I'm reporting the damn charge and I'm getting a new card, motherfucker. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They try to get you.
I don't know.
You know, U.S. healthcare is wild. And
the biggest scam in America, bro.
Yeah, I think. And have either of y'all dealt with Obamacare when it was a thing?
Nah.
No. Yeah, I didn't deal with it neither. I was actually had healthcare through my job and shit, so I didn't have to go get it out there on my own and shit. So I wasn't sure exactly how that worked, whether it was effective or not. So that I'm not sure of, but I think a lot of countries do healthcare a lot better than us, and I think our country is fucked up because pharmaceutical companies kind of run things when it comes to medicine and things like that, rather than the people that actually need the healthcare. You know, I think it's all about money and shit like that. So I'm not sure what we can do, but it's going to be hard to get healthcare out of the hands of people that's trying to make money off of healthcare. So
yeah.
With that being said, there was something else I read today about unvaccinated US visitors and travel to Europe. you know, where there might be some restrictions around people that are unvaccinated that's trying to travel abroad. So if being vaccinated is a requirement to travel abroad, would that change anybody's minds on being vaccinated?
One more time.
If traveling abroad required you to be vaccinated, would that change anybody's mind on being vaccinated? Like bees, if you wanted to go to Bali again, but you had to be vaccinated to go, would you get vaccinated or just say I'm going to?
I guess that's a trip I won't be making again.
Okay. How about you, Tati? If you wanted to go to Jamaica and you had to be vaccinated to go, would you get vaccinated?
I'm not too sure, honestly. I'm not too sure. I'm leaning towards no. Definitely leaning towards no.
Okay. Me myself, I personally wouldn't base whether I'm gonna get vaccinated on whether I'm gonna travel somewhere or not. You know, I haven't been vaccinated yet, but I'm really leaning towards getting vaccinated. But I wouldn't. Well, I guess it depends on if I booked my tickets and shit, and then all of a sudden they said, "Hey, in order for you to travel, you got to be vaccinated, and there's no refund on your tickets." I'd probably get vaccinated just to go, you know. But I am thinking about getting vaccinated, so I'm not sure how much this would affect my options now. If I don't have nothing booked to go travel abroad, so that's not affecting me very much. And I think if I felt how I felt a month or two ago, I'll probably be like, I guess I ain't traveling nowhere until this changes. But yeah, it wouldn't sway me on whether I'm gonna get vaccinated or not, you know.
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably start with the States first. So many places I haven't been here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Though, what if they started making restrictions? Like somebody tried to say, hey, if maybe we should restrict people from Florida because they're too laxed out there.
Shit, I love Florida anyway. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Shit.
Khary over here in the chat says, yo, y'all both probably had COVID anyway. Do you do an antibody test to confirm?
Yeah, I feel like I've had COVID before.
Yeah, I feel like I had it at the beginning of the whole pandemic before shit was on lockdown, because I remember getting sick and I don't recall being sick like that before, and the doctor said, oh, it's not COVID, you'd be breathing a lot worse than that, you know. And this was at a point when nobody really knew shit about COVID, and I was like, I don't know, motherfucker, I'm sick. Shit is sick.
That was back when they were calling it upper respiratory infections.
What, in like February, January?
Yep.
I think I got it in about February of 2020.
Yep. Just around the time I got it.
That was right, like probably like a week or two before they even started announcing COVID or talking about COVID on the news. Like,
I got it like a week before lockdowns went into effect, or I was sick about a week before lockdowns went into effect. You know. Yeah, but that wouldn't sway me though. I am already swayed a little bit, but I still haven't jumped the gun. My homeboy stopped by the other day, and I spoke with him briefly. He was like, yeah, I just got my second shot and shit like that, and yeah, I was sick the whole weekend. And I was like, damn, that's not making me want to get it. You know, I was like, did you take Benadryl? My aunt told me, she said, yo, take Benadryl before you get the shot. You know what I'm saying? Strengthen up your body. I asked him, I said, did you take Benadryl? He said, nah. I said, you should have took Benadryl. So I'm trying to find some guinea pigs to take Benadryl and get the shot before I get the shot to see how they feel afterwards. You know? What? My aunt's a nurse. You know, she was a nurse for over 20, 30 years and shit like that. And she be knowing her shit, you know. But she said, yo, before you get the shot, take Benadryl. That'll help you not really feel the effects of the shot afterwards, you know. She said that would help you to not feel the effects if you do feel the effects.
Like not get sick.
Right. To help your body fight from being sick and shit like that. So that's one of her suggestions. But I don't know. I've been looking for the J&J. Khary said he got the J&J, the one and done. I've actually been looking around for the J&J to see where I can get the one and done, because I don't really want the two shots where I might risk getting sick twice or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Nobody's actually ever told me that's happened to them before, but
I don't know about Johnson.
You know,
Johnson got a bad rep for a lot of shit.
What's the bad rep for Johnson?
Ovarian cancer from the baby powder.
Okay.
And they something was wrong with their vax.
And the that was the blood clots, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They that company, like, I mean, Johnson so bad that my family, when there's babies in the family, the elders be like, don't buy that damn baby no Johnson. We don't play that. We do not play that.
Yeah, I was looking at the Johnson & Johnson because that's just one shot, you know? It's like one and done. Khary said he had some aches and a headache later that night, but was good the next day, afternoon.
That's good.
I'm gonna look into him. I was looking into it because it was one shot, you know. It wasn't one this day and then one a couple of days later or a couple of weeks later, shit like that. So, but that was just me looking on how can I be the most lazy. That was my thought process.
Man, listen, hold on. It says Tank stands in solidarity.
What's that?
With Trick Daddy and teases a new booty eating anthem.
Tank teases a new booty eating anthem.
I think Tank should just stay out of it. Cause
he's the last one.
Tank, they was on Tank's ass for a little minute because he was saying
they was on Tank's ass, and now he got an ass booty.
He had said something about a year or two ago. He said something about it's not gay if a man gives a man head one time. Yeah. They was on his ass, yo. You gotta stand down. You gotta mind your own business, cause this ain't good.
This ain't the party for you to sign up for, bro.
Yeah, he was saying that it was them being curious, like women. You know how women can mess with a woman and be curious? She ain't got to be labeled as gay after that. What y'all think? Can a man be curious?
No.
What you think?
No.
He can't test it out one time and be like, nah, I don't like this. Never mind. I ain't gay no more.
See, when you walk that line, there's no turning back.
No.
No?
You can turn back, but you'd already turned one way, so now.
You can turn back. We ain't gonna believe you, but you can turn back.
You know? It's like, what's the old boy name? What's dude's name? Light-skinned dude online talking about, I'm not gay no more.
I ain't gay no more.
I ain't gay no more. You talk with the list.
No Listen, I feel bad that it's like that. It's definitely like I feel bad that women are able to do it and men aren't. But honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if a man that I dealt with has ever tried some shit like that, to me, you bisexual now in my eyes. And honestly, when a man is bisexual, to me, you gay. So to me,
yo, she said that shit with bass, yo.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, at that point, you tried it, now you bisexual. But in my eyes, a bisexual man is gay. So I don't know. It's wrong, but shit, I don't know. You can't be playing with the booty.
Sean says once a man crossed that line, he got to stay there. Khary says the I am delivered guy.
I am delivered.
Yeah.
I ain't gay no more.
Sean says he personally doesn't believe a man can be bi. No, they could be bi. They could like both men and women.
They can.
You know, but you're
that's
still
maybe
it's still gay in my book.
That's what he's saying. You can't be bi because once you gay, you gay. I mean, once you.
Well, I would give the label bi somebody that likes both men and women. You know, I would say gay just likes their same sex.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's not possible. I think maybe that's why he was saying
right.
A man can't be bi. But
Yeah, because there are definitely bi men. There are definitely men out there that have sex with both men and women. You know, just like there's women that have sex with both men and women. You know, and I would label those people as bi. I would say the gay men and women are the people that only mess with their same gender.
so would you label a bisexual woman as bi or gay?
Bi. I would label a bisexual man bi, but he do gay shit.
Touche.
You know, I'm just saying.
Touche.
Same thing for women, I guess.
We do gay shit.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing for women, I guess. I would say the same shit for women.
Yeah,
it just sounds more funny when you say it for a guy.
Yeah, with men, it's once you. Yep, I agree. Once you cross that line, you
Because
gay now.
there is a double standard with the whole sexuality between men and women and men and men and shit like that. You know?
Is.
There is definitely a double standard. Like, I can use Boosie Badass as an example. You know, like he is very like anti-gay, but he'll watch two women eat each other out.
Well, okay, I don't think Boosie's anti-gay.
He don't want his kids to be gay.
I don't know if he's anti-gay. I know Boosie, like the shit he be saying, boy. It's like what?
There was actually an interview on the Breakfast Club where they had Lil Boosie and they had this person that was I believe they transitioned to a woman from a man. I believe that's what happened, right? And Boosie was on there and she was saying that she wouldn't want her kids to be gay because of the stereotype and the way gay people get treated and things like that. And Boosie kind of was, the way Boosie was talking, and he understood that, but he was kind of talking like he believes that people can be taught to be gay, that people can be turned into being gay.
Now that's dumb, but
that's what I got from what he was saying, and that's the difference with Boosie, I think.
Well, I saw an interview where Boosie was saying that his manager is gay. It's a gay man or something like that, and he respects them. I just think that he says some ignorant shit sometimes. Either he doesn't know how to properly communicate what he's trying to say, or he's really just ignorant on some topics and don't realize how like hypocritical it is. Or he just be saying shit for the attention. I think it's a little mixture of the three.
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't think he's not a person to yeah, Miss Cheryl, it was Flame Monroe. Yes, I love Flame Monroe, but I don't know. I don't. He's not a homophobe to me. I think he just is some topics that he's not completely educated on.
Yeah, that's definitely a fact. I think, I think a lot of the stuff that he talks about is the images that he sees of gay people on TV and the interactions between gay people on TV that he feels is trying to teach people to be gay, which I don't think that's what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's trying to teach them to be gay, but I will say, like, I see a few years ago, my sister used to like this one show on Disney Channel. All of a sudden, like, boom, boys kissing boys, you know? And it's like, our family really doesn't really have an issue talking about that type of stuff, or, but it's like, imagine a 9, 10, 11, year old watching this. And yes, they could see this anywhere, but did they need to see it on Disney Channel, on their favorite show? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not for me more so of forcing, sexual preference on the kids. It's more so like, this wasn't relevant to anything. You didn't need to put it in here. And it's more of the sexuality part, not sexual preference, but the fact that you got two boys kissing, you know what I'm saying? On a show where these kids are 10 years old.
Right.
That's inappropriate.
I can see both sides of that coin. you know? And I say that because I remember being young, watching shows where it might be a 10 or 11-year-old boy and girl that get into a relationship and might kiss on the show, might have that little kiss on the show, that first kiss, you know what I'm saying? And I could see where it's like, you know what? If we're going to show a heterosexual relationship, what's the hurt in showing a homosexual relationship, you know? And I could see where some people would say, hey, you're forcing this on our kids. Some people would say, hey, this is just natural in life that these kids may or may not see in their life. So I can kind of see both sides of that. And I would have a hard time arguing or fighting for either side, actually.
I agree. I just think the relevance. I agree. I completely agree. Completely agree.
As far as the relevance, they might see it like my kid has a friend or had a friend when she was little that was gay, and his family fully embraced it and didn't fight anything. And this was like since the age of like middle school that this was already recognized and out and shit like that, you know. So
I it's almost like, you know, back in the day people could pray in school and stuff. You remember they what was it? They used to make us do something in school. I can't remember what it is anymore. But now they've taken God out of it altogether. No praying at all. So it's almost like if that is the argument, just take all that shit out of there. Take all of it out. If that's the argument, because I completely agree. Take it all out of there. Why do we need 10 and 11-year-olds kissing? Because I do not want my damn daughter kissing nobody at 10 and 11 years old. I think that's inappropriate as well.
We don't, but well, I think TV is trying to be as much as it's not realistic. They try to do realistic storylines. You know, they try that they think that might affect some people. So, and that's the only, and I think it's always been like that ever from way back in the days to Different Strokes, where they was trying to teach us about not speaking to strangers that have camera stores because they might abduct you and try to take pictures of you on Different Strokes.
Oh, the belly episode.
Yeah, you know, to to motherfucking Jesse on Saved by the Bell taking speed, and you know she's dancing and don't know how to stop dancing and singing and shit like that, you know. It's also a funny episode to me, but it was stuff that they found relevant, so they thought would be relevant to the youth and things like that. So it's hard for me to say, you know. I think kids are introduced to sex and sexuality at a very early age within media, not necessarily within the home, but within media itself. You know, and unless you just take media away from kids totally, it's hard to hide it. So I guess maybe these shows might be one form of education for them.
It is. I think it just robs parents of having those conversations with their kids sometimes.
Yeah.
And especially so as a parent, if you're not watching Disney Channel, you know, if you're not watching, a lot of parents don't really watch what their kids are watching. Right. I do, but you know, a lot of parents, they give you the iPad, you got the YouTube Kids, right. They watching Disney Channel. You think they good. The device in the show is the babysitter. Yeah, and you maybe don't really realize that this is what's going on the shows that they're watching. You just thinking they watching some kids shit, some Disney Channel shit, and then you find out that they got, you know, transgenders and boys kissing boys and girls kissing girls and stuff. And it's like, as a parent, and me being bisexual, as a parent, I would feel a way like, damn, like I can't even have this conversation with my baby before you start putting it on damn Disney Channel. Like, damn. I don't know, because it is confusing. It can be confusing for some kids. I'm not gonna say it is confusing. It can be. Yeah, it can be, but I think kids are very impressionable too, which is where I feel like Boosie is kind of coming from. He's not. I don't feel like he's really expressing himself
fully. Feel like he's just saying, you forcing gay on our kids.
Right.
I think what he means is, not kids can learn to be gay, but kids are very impressionable at young ages. So, which means like watching this type of stuff, on cartoons and shit like that, now they may want to go try it too. Not necessarily because they gay. Some kids. Now most of these kids know what the hell it is, what the hell it ain't. I ain't kissing no boy, But there are some kids that are impressionable. So I feel like that's what he's kind of trying to say in those situations. I think he's sometimes terrible at communicating what he needs to say properly.
Yeah.
But
he makes it kind of seem like every kid is super impressionable, and you show them this shit, this is what they gonna do. That's how he makes it kind of seem.
I know so many of these little boys that hell no, you can't get them to kiss no boy. I don't give a damn where they saw it at.
Exactly.
I don't know.
But we totally got into a totally different topic, and just as I was trying to end the show and shit, And I'm not sure how we got into fucking kids and cartoons and sexuality from can you be curious? Can a man be curious? So let's go ahead and take this motherfucking screenshot, Y'all ready? I look like Life of Pablo. This is actually I got the pictures. Let's see. Oh, let me put this. All right, I got the snaps. All right,
I'm about
cool.
to say my thing was about to freeze anyway.
And this was actually I got on my whole Cuban look today. This was actually one of my dad's shirts. I had very few of his clothing, but this was one of his shirts that he actually gave me. He was like, "Here, Khary, this is the shirt that I like you to have." It gets you. He said you can wear that to a club one night. I'm like, yeah, I don't really go to clubs like that. But he's like, that's the cool shirt. That's the cool shirt. That's how my dad spoke sometimes. He's like, that's the cool shirt. So that's the cool shirt with my cool hat. And I realized the match, so I said, you know what? I'm gonna rock this tonight. I'm gonna be on my ignorant Cuban nigga shit, and that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. I got the Khary's Crib radio up, and tonight's outro is going to be this song called She's Gone. Did I ever play this song? I don't think I played this song before. It's called She's Gone. Backstory, I had a studio. One of my homeboys came through. He's with his homeboy. His homeboy's girl got locked up that day. He was kind of joking on him, saying, "She's gone." He was singing. I was like, "Nigga, get in the studio and sing that shit," as you were just singing that shit, joking to your nigga. He said, "All right." So we got in the studio, he sung that shit, and then I had Above Average drop some vocals on that shit, and this is the shit that came out. And may the rest of your week be great. Do your best to stay sucker free and keep a smile on your face. See you Friday night. I love all of y'all in the chat, and we are out of sight, like my dad would say. Y'all be dope.
All I do is dream. I want you back at home. Where the fuck did we go wrong? Shawty was my queen, she was my everything. But when she moved up north, our relationship tore. She really made me better, had me feeling like Neo. But I wasn't FABO, but I really need her back though. I used to call her T-Dot, introduced her to the family. I fucked around a lot to see another bitch can't be what you was to me. And how I feel about you, and now the shit we been through, girl, what I do without you. I miss the shit out you. It's hard to be without you, but I'ma live strong because today I know she's gone, and now I'm left alone. that shit be done to the end. Started off in gym class, me and her were just friends, but I love grew. See my feelings, man, nobody else knew. Walked her every day to class, even though she had her a dude. Broke all the rules in that relationship to be with a G. Said I never fall in love, that was the thoughts into me, but I was wrong. Lil' mama had me feeling so strange. Had all my homies in my ear, they said, my nigga, you changed. And which I did. Baby girl, see, she provided a spark. Everything came to the light, what we had did in the dark. She kept me sharp from head to toe and from my toes to my head. Always started on the couch, but ended up in the bed. Constantly said that I should open up and say how I feel. So I'm expressing through these words to let you know how I feel. I miss your girl, and honestly, I still can say that I love you. Cause you gon' always be my first until I'm buried and covered. My soul is gone.
You are now tuned into Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib. Khary's Crib.